Hey, what's going on?
What's up?
What's happening, everybody? How you guys feeling tonight? What is the Thursday night? Near the end of December. This is December 21st.
Everybody's about to get ready to travel for New Year's and shit. This is usually around the... This is the weekend where everybody just basically packs up and says peace. It's next week.
What do you mean?
2018. Well, like...
They're leaving like...
Yeah, they even said that on the news, head ass. But, no, yeah, there's like a... It's just a... It's a busy ass weekend this week. This is usually the week where a bunch of fucking people, you know, round up. Like last week too, but especially this week. Everybody's trying to get somewhere before Christmas begins, basically the Christmas weekend. But that's on a Monday, and then immediately after that, you got fucking New Year's.
Yeah, a lot of shit going on this weekend. I hear a lot more about parties and shit than anything.
Basically, stuff like that, or just people going to see their family and shit, or just getting away from their jobs. I know I have Monday off, so I'm not tripping, and then I have that New Year's Day. I think we get it off too, my job. So I'm fortunate that I can just have like a Monday in case I do party. I don't really party on Sundays though, even though it would be a reason to. I just don't. Motherfucker gets too tired nowadays. Or sometimes
You already at that age? You already get too tired nowadays. You ain't lying though, for real.
So, yeah, you just kind of be like, well, if I'm not doing it, yeah, you know.
You're not gonna spend your day off, like fucking off trying to like get wasted and shit. You're trying to get some rest, get ready for the week.
And I don't mind getting like fucked up. It's just if I get fucked up, I'd much rather do it with people that are doing shit. Like if I'm not doing like a podcast like this, I like jamming and shit with like my homies. Like, that's why a lot of times I'd get shit faced with Rishi. We wouldn't jam the whole night or anything, but we'd definitely go in and out of different. Like when we stop jamming, we'd watch some shit or whatever, but we'd still be shit faced or get more shit faced. And then just go back into the jam now. I'm like, that's a little better because at least you're getting some expression now, you know?
Yeah, and there's no better way to do it.
Yeah, and the ideas are kind of, they're really fresh right there, and then they're raw.
Yeah,
you know?
Raw emotions are best.
And it's fun as shit, because it gets involved. There's some times where it does get, like, you gotta let your homie do his thing on the side. Like, there are some times where, at least Rishi, I can speak for myself, but like in terms of what I heard, yeah, that dude will go off sometimes when he's you know, when he's in the zone, whether he's on alcohol or not, but especially, you know, when you're fucked up, you're fucked up. There's the filter is basically off completely, and the dude gets really like emotional and passionate, and it helps out a lot too, for me too, because it's like, damn, all right, I'm gonna lay a good ass fucking sick guitar track behind this jam right now. You know, you're in the moment.
you take advantage.
You're definitely in the moment. Yeah, you take advantage of it, and you get like on that Eminem shit. You definitely gotta lose yourself. It's true though. The cliches are real, and that's always fun to do and shit.
And Mom does make spaghetti too.
I'm like, dude, spaghetti sounds so dang.
For real though.
Spaghetti is the shit. I made hamburger helper today. It's pretty equivalent. That shit was dank. I fucking destroyed like 2 plates of that shit. It was a demon, but
homemade.
like I said, like yeah, I just fucking got some ground beef and made that shit because fuck it, it's easy to make, and I was hungry as balls, and I don't want to like go out anywhere. Cause sometimes you don't know if you're gonna go to, like, I live next to a fucking Jack in the Box, but
you live next to all that shit.
I live next to a lot of restaurants, but if you go at the wrong time, dude, people fucking take their sweet ass time, and they'll be like 4 cars deep, and I'm like, man, I don't feel like waiting in my fucking car while I'm hungry.
Not only that, you're depending on teenagers to make your food.
A lot of times, yeah, and they can fuck up. They can fuck up, or sometimes like
they don't care. Even worse.
That's the worst case scenario, and I try to give them the benefit of the doubt because I don't want to think that, you know, they're being dipshits. But like you said, a teenager, and it's in a teenager's nature to be a dipshit. You know, or not,
especially at that age when you don't care.
Some of them are really cunts, and it's like, man, don't fuck up my food just because you're cunting. But anyway, like I said, nowadays, same thing with like as I was mentioning about getting fucked up. The main point of my rant right now is that, like, I definitely like getting shit faced and going out and like doing stuff, but it also, like, yeah, you reach, I guess, an age or a certain point of energy. It's not even that I'm like old ass man or anything. It's more that, like, sometimes you do so much in the day that at the point when you're doing shit at night, you understand more of your threshold. Like, man, I did move around today, and like if I start fucking getting too like, you know, wasted right now, or just try to like rush myself into getting buzzed, depending on where you're at, you know, I don't want to be like sitting there, fucking the guy on the corner like this.
Joey. Joey's always asleep.
And then there's like
he's always working though.
Exactly, like it warrants that because
it's on a Sunday too. So when that Sunday you were talking about getting rest and shit, like
you definitely gotta like fucking. You gotta manage sometimes, and like when obviously when you're younger, like when you're like 19 or 20,
you bounce back easier.
You know, you have the fucking energy for like 4 or 5 in the morning to do that shit. Me nowadays, if I'm not involved doing something, like my brain will just veer off, and it'll be like, all right, I'm gonna shut down, you know. But doing shit like this is a lot different for me because it's also, I don't know, it's stimulating and it's also cool because sometimes people do like more than likely 1 or 2 people will watch, and that's why I did my streams. I haven't streamed personally on like on my Facebook in ages, but there was something I did like last year, like not this year but last year, late last year around this time, and coming into, I guess, yeah, I could say this year too, in the beginning of this year.
Yeah, you did quite a bit. I remember.
In the beginning, it was fun as shit for that reason, because sometimes I would be tired, or there were times where I didn't have shit to show people, or I didn't really want to do anything like fresh. I basically didn't want to be like, I wanted to half-ass it, and I really just wanted to do what you were doing. It's more like talk about music, or basically build a riff and then just see who'd watch. I really liked the feedback process, you know, like it was something I was really, something that just, it keeps you going. Like if you know eyes are there, it's just something about it, being live and having eyes on you and eyes and ears on you. When you have that, even if you're not paying full attention, it definitely does something to your subconscious, and it wakes you up. And that's what it did to me, man. Like I'd sit there and like if I'd see 1 or 2 viewers, they would come in and out. People would like stop watching and they come and watch again, or it wouldn't be the same people all the time either. Regardless, though, the fact that there was like that few seconds of interest, that in my head as a performer, as a person, you know, like that's why I'm doing it. So like it's a challenge. It's like a relay, you know, and like it's definitely like passing. It's a baton, literally. Like, all right, you handed me that fucking baton of your attention. It's time for me to do some shit. Yeah, like, in essence, yeah, I am a monkey. I'm gonna fucking dance for you. And
I definitely try to do.
And I understand that. Like I understand that I'm in many ways an entertainer. You know, like like just like you, like you're a host right now, and you have to. You know what it's like. You have to have a flow chart at least in your head, and it's not gonna be the neatest thing ever. It's not like many times it doesn't go the way it's supposed to. Yeah. But like you make with what you've got, and like that shit. It wakes you up. Like that's why I said if I'm not being stimulated while I'm chilling and getting fucked up, it's really hard because like yeah, even if you didn't do much in the day, you'll just be like, oh, you know what, this recliner is pretty damn comfortable.
It really is. It's hard for people not to fall asleep. Yeah. I sat in it. It's really comfortable. But you know what I think it is? It comes down to that adrenaline you get. You get a little bit of adrenaline, and that you kind of make something out of that. Because we were sitting here before and we're kind of calm. We weren't nothing. But when you're live, there's just like, it's just a different level. It's like now you're just
live is like you're right. I mean, it's just a different. It's got its vibe, man. And some people aren't about it. Some people definitely look at their phone more. Some people definitely like they don't even address the camera or like understand that there's an audience and stuff, which is fine. Like no one's gonna having a camera in your face like all the time is definitely something I wouldn't want. But when I hear the word, I guess it's also how I don't even want to use the word cultured. But it does depend how submersed you've been like online with things. When I hear the word podcast nowadays, I would immediately assume a camera of some sort. And even if not, like you're online, you're live, you know, that's a, like I said, that's a vibe. And some people they'll be like, yeah, it's cool, it's a podcast, or they'll be like, all right, I'm down. And then when it happens, they just you know, and it's nothing against them, but some people shut down. You know, some people get like,
it's kind of a new thing. They don't know.
Yeah, they don't know how to react to it, and maybe they're overthinking, or maybe they're not thinking enough. Maybe they're just like, there's really a camera in front of me. And there's like, and then you probably mentioned like, there's 3 or 4 people watching. Hey, they said hi or something, or they'll be like, oh yeah, homie's watching, and they may think of that and be like, fuck, now I really don't want to say anything. You know?
Yeah, you're right, because you're like, oh shit, now that person's watching,
and that's understandable. But you and I, people that are the opposite, obviously, especially if we're drinking, if we're just having a good time, and the more the merrier. If there are more people, it's even funnier. It's even like nuttier. Yeah. It's like, what?
It's chaotic. It's all over the place. There's no controlling it.
And that's the idea.
I like it though. I like the chaos.
Idea. It's like a bar without, you know, just without the random horny people, basically, you know, or couples that are just sitting there. You know, like, hey, babe.
I think it's
are
a
you
little
done
funner.
with your 8th beer?
Yeah, yeah. Can I get you a shot? You want to go to my house? Shit like that. You don't have that weirdness around
You've
here.
only been dating 2 months.
People
How
just-
drunk are you? Right
If
now?
anything,
Can we go home?
the worst is where everyone wants to freestyle roast each other. That's fun. But that's not even bad. It's
That's
the worst.
funny.
But that's the fun part. Like it. That's the worst
It
that you
gets
get.
crazy. It gets crazy. You see that like often. The most with what's his name, KV and Frank is fucking.
I love that shit.
He
Did
gets
you get those text messages last night? They're,
God damn.
I put you
I didn't
guys.
read them all, but even right now, I think Frank just replied on the group message, and he's like, he just said I could read it verbatim, but I'll just summarize it. He basically like after he basically called Frank being for the audience. Frank being like I've seen him on the podcast. Frank and KV. You know, they're even roasting each other right now in a group chat. And this dude
continues.
The last thing that Frank said that like kind of like because they went through a big war like throughout the day that I missed
All morning. I was literally up playing video games.
And the last thing that Frank said, he got the last word. He's like, "No, dude, just chill the fuck out." Because KV is he's like the Yamcha of roasting. He's like he ain't got shit. He's like low. He's basically low power level. You know, like this motherfucker can't even Kamehameha. And he said something right now. He just said something after the fact. He's like, that boy Frank is probably googling some like comebacks right now. He's like, man, you taking a long time. I know you read my message. So he's like calling KV out. But it gets wild, dude. It gets wild. Those freestyles get fucking stupid. They're so good.
Dude, yeah.
Because but don't get KV on a vicious day though. Because if he's feeling it, that guy's insane.
He's unstoppable. You can't stop him.
He's like. I wouldn't want to like battle him because he would get brutal. He would like say some shit and I'd be like, damn, I can't. That was sick. Like he can't. Basically, he comes if he wants to like on that roulette. If it lands on the right number, he'll come through with grime. He'll come through with the actual raw grime rap shit.
Yeah.
And then if he doesn't, then it'll just be him like being like talking about him enjoying himself basically. And then like
adapts.
Frank would just be like just roasting him, and he'll go on. Frank goes on this persona. I forgot what he calls it. I think it's Lester.
Lester. Why not?
I forgot it. I'm not sure, but he's like, I've seen him fucked up enough to where I've seen it at least twice. But he'll go on this like he'll do this persona and like do this accent of like this hick. It's pretty funny, but I forgot what his name. I don't know if it's Lester.
What is it?
He named it one time, or a couple of times I've heard him say like the name of this character that he goes off on, and that shit is.
If he's
funny.
listening, send your name. Send me your
I
name.
want to say it's Lester, but I'm wrong. I know I'm wrong about Lester. But he'll start roasting KV in that voice, and that shit's funny. But the more the merrier, yeah. Like, it is also like, if you're like just solo, if it's like 3 people in the room and they're podcasting, even that's tough because if the third person on the couch is gonna be like, it really depends on the person. If somebody likes to speak and like they're conversive, if they're the conversive type of people, you know, then they won't have a problem coming online. And like, that's basically what I'm down for. And that's like the next step, the next level, obviously, besides, you know, just talking on a mic and chilling, it would be performing, which is something I've tried to do. And like beyond that is actually just doing open mics or just finding local spots where it's like, hey, we do Saturdays, or maybe I have a Thursday off and I'll go and do some guitar sampler set. And like, that's my plan for like fucking 2018 somewhere. Wow, what the hell? I'm getting a phone call, but I'm gonna have to ignore it.
If it's important, you can answer. We can do a song.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a call real quick and
yeah, in that case,
back.
yeah, we're gonna do a quick song. Nah, that's cool. Oh, you're.
But cheers to everybody watching.
Hey, thanks for everyone for watching.
Happy Thursday.
Hey, thanks Negative for watching. Little cheers. What's going on? Thanks for checking out this show. A little cheers to you. Here, we'll play a song for you. One of your favorites. Actually, I'm gonna go down the line and pick something. Actually, I'll go right away with the new. We'll pick something old a little later, but yeah, here's a little something from Rishi. Oh shit, I had the other song playing. All right, let me pause. I always do that shit. I have
muted.
There you go. It's closed.
Oh. What the hell? Why is that on answering machine?
They did you wrong, brother.
Nah, it's just my sis. I'm just wondering what she wants, because my niece is home alone, but she's old enough to stay home alone. Just she needs to go pick up her daughter. Basically.
We'll be back, folks. Hop on.
Guess fuck your next bitch. Black hole on my necklace, my 6 cents fuck the senseless. PC, we too different, ain't turning up a flex. I ain't paying for gas, I ain't paying for weed, I ain't paying for parking, I'm just paying for drinks. Fuck you, man.
Roll out my window and I open up my mind. Shit feels like a limbo, I can't open up my eyes. Though 817, man, like every single time. I don't know where we headed, but we'll be alright. She pulled herself another and she calling us some more. Then she all around the city, driving, banging big more. You go around and creeping as close as you can be. Told me you ain't sorry, that's just how it's supposed to be. She pours up another and she pulling us up. She all around the city, driving, banging big more. She go around and creeping as close as you can be. Told me you ain't sorry, that's just how it's supposed to be. Snowing on my window when I open up my mind. When I open up my mind, yeah. Oh, big what's up, man, like every single time, yeah. Oh, man, like every single time, yeah.
That was Rishi. That was some new Rishi right there. We're gonna keep it going and play something else.
Turn me on here. Yeah, shout outs to Rishi Perspective Collective. Shout outs to Vivisect. Shout outs to Fort Worth Music. Remember love.
Most definitely. And yeah, shouts out to Rishi, who was just here not too long ago in the last show. Yo, check that one out, man. He's always a lot of fun just to even talk to and just talk music. You guys want to hear about, you know, where the origins, where all the stuff, where all the songs, everything he written. You want to hear a little bit about it, he can tell you a little bit about it. I'm picking a song as we speak. I'm a little multitasking right here, but picking the next. I'm gonna pick a quick Rishi song. Actually, here we'll pick a Rishi song next. Here's one from, quick one from York, which is, man, he's here, but he wants to take a quick break. So will we, and we'll be back with UpAllNight. That was York, man, right here, hanging out, right, sitting right next to me. That was Open Shut. That was one of yours. Where did the inspiration for that one come from?
Duality. I don't want to get too like fucking wordy, but duality just means like I define it as kind of the opposite. Like what your opposite is more important than what you actually are. You know, without your opposite, there's no you, basically. Black and white kind of deal, yin and yang. And
nice.
you know, thinking of the title, even the way it's like titled, the way it's spelled, open, you know, slash shut. And then, not to mention, very last part of it, the reason I was really certain about the title, open shut, is because I have the pedal with me right now in front of me, but I ran a guitar loop through a particular pedal that I'm a big fan of. It's a piece of equipment that I really fell in love with, like this past year and then the year before, because I bought it not too long. Like, I bought it a minute ago, let's say that, and I didn't use it too much. I didn't start exploring it until like a year and a half ago, and it's got a filter bypass setting, so it's got an effect to where it cuts the low and high parts of the song. And so if you hear the loop is, there are parts where it goes quack, like that's actually just sounds like it's got a voice, like it's going quack, quack. That sound, that's the low pass filter. That's a filter, and it goes at different rates. It goes at a sequence, so it goes like it's at a time, like just a clock ticking. It goes at its own little rate that you can set, and the sound itself sounds like it's opening it and shutting, opening, shutting, opening, shutting, opening, shutting. And when I listened to it, I made the loop extremely high, and I went through many sessions along with it. I had to listen to the thing about loops, and even when you're making beats, you know, because a beat is derived around of a loop in many ways, almost 100%. You have to sit there and listen to it continuously. So most people know this about making music. If you've made a song, you know, you drill it into your head, and I did that a lot with this one. And I went through a lot of trials with it, or that day at least, because I did it in a day, but also like throughout that whole day, I at least spent at least like close to 2 hours experimenting with it. And I like that filter, and I like the sequence that I went in, is what you'd call it, like basically the pattern. And I found the sweet spot to where it would catch that like, and if you listen to it closely, those swells and those basically it's the same effect as breathing, or it's like I said, it's the duality. So it's just it's a sequence, and like it was that loop is sort of a testament to, you know, to us, to humanity. You know, you have to breathe in and out. You have to inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And we talked about this earlier. Mars and I were talking about this earlier. A lot of things you take for granted, you know, that you don't know that you're doing. You know, you're blink even when you blink, until you realize that you're blinking, you don't pay attention to it. You know what I mean? It's just something you do naturally. And open shut is looping overall is about that. To me, it's about that. It's very natural. It's got to be consistent, and it's just even Stillwater has its own consistency to it. And that's a song I didn't release either. There was a song I was gonna release called Stillwater that's also a loop. But open shut is mainly, it's the two main reasons that I named it that, and that's the inspiration, is that main like duality. What I mean, like that, you know, without the opposite there isn't the other. It's a really, I had to be corny with it, but when I do loops, I'm really corny because that's how I feel when I make loops. And when I listen to loops, I'm not gonna lie, like the reason I like ambient music and loops and all that shit is like most of us, when we're watching a nice movie that we like, or when there's a really serious part, there's usually ambient soundscape in the background, and you almost imagine yourself in the movie. The reason you get so emotional about a film or about a drama, about a theater, about a TV show, is because the actors are doing such a good job in submersing you into that scene, and you kind of feel like you're there. And so when I listen to music and loops, and especially ambient music, loops, which were kind of in the same tree, basically they come from the same branch, and I feel that way. I feel corny. I feel like, man, this is fucking epic. I feel beautiful about myself and about what I've done, etc. Yada yada yada. And and it's no different than when you hear a fucking singer just hit an amazing note, or a sick fluctuation that you like. You know, like somebody may, the singer that you like may have just, said some insanely passionate shit the right way, and it caught you in that trance. But looping and ambient to me is trying to keep that trance going, but not stretching it too far, and like just keeping it like on a very much. This is another way to visualize it, as if like you've probably seen footage of deserts or sand dunes in a desert, and like there are creases in it. Within those creases and shadows of the desert and like the sand dunes, looks like ice cream. Within those creases, the dark spots, you see little sand slide by. Like basically that's how I feel about the ambient music. Like you look, the form of the desert is so perfect and so like orderly. It just looks like I said, it looks like like ice cream cones of sand. But every now and then, wind will hit a certain angle of light. Well, basically an angle of light will show you sand pass by in a weird way, and you kind of remind yourself, wait, all this is composed of just granular points of sand. And like I know it's a
Tiny,
very,
tiny.
very profound way to put it, but that's how I view music, and that's
Wow.
really why I love looping and ambient, and like, it's also a main reason. Like, a lot of people have also wondered. And I've asked myself this, and people have asked me this, and I know it's a thing. In terms of my music, I could do more traditional beat tapes. I could like start with more guitar-oriented stuff, and like I could make metal riffs all day if I wanted to, or write a metal album if I wanted to, like in the next month or two. But the thing about looping and ambient, the reason it's occupied so much of my time is because it's something that's the opposite of what I'm used to. What got me into music was playing lead guitar, you know, and being really involved, and just like it's lead guitar. It's difficult in many ways, because if you fuck up, that's immediately people are gonna hear it, you know, because the drums and the bass, they got your back. They're doing their job, you know, and they're just like they got their own thing going on. Not that you're not a part of it, but once you fuck up, you fuck up. And I was
Fuck up the
involved with
groove.
that. Yeah, and I talked about it before in the podcast, but just in a nutshell, I got so involved in that mentality that I had to take a break from it. And also, like, I ended up selling my equipment out of emergency purposes. You know, shit happens in life, and I didn't have that time, and like that, I didn't have that motivation to shred a lot, you know, and even be bluesy, because I love the blues. Like, I like the blues more than shredding now. I used to shred more than I did just play blues. Not that I wasn't shredding blues, like lines and stuff, and like, not that my influences weren't blues. I was kind of playing just fast blues, but nowadays I'm more involved in like basically trying to make my guitar or whatever I'm touching the opposite of what it is. And I've learned that from a lot of my influences. You know, like a lot of the guitarists that I like, they were inspired a lot by like violinists and shit, and like things that they couldn't do with their guitar, so they just try to duplicate it.
Wow, with the guitar.
Yeah,
How interesting way to kind of
You
go
know,
about it.
I've listened to it my whole life, like through interviews and shit, and I was like, well, I'm gonna start trying it now, because I'm a grown ass man, and I have the money and I have the time for this. You know, if I'm not fucking working and I'm not practicing melee, I'm looking at an instrument, and then I'm listening to it, and I'm kind of thinking to myself, what the hell can I do with it, or what can I teach myself? And when I teach myself, I get excited. Everybody gets excited when they teach
When you
themselves
learn something new, too.
When you build anything, or when you progress on something, you get excited. And I try to tell other people things, and I was part of why, you know, streaming was, like I mentioned earlier, about it being live and all that. It all is a really cool, it's a nice little 3D kind of deal, you know, like it all benefits each other. It's a nice cycle, but you got to make it work for you, and like it's not always easy, but
Yeah, it's
as long as someone's doing it, and like hopefully this coming year, and then, you know, whenever you've got time again, I know you've got work and shit, but it's good that you're doing this, because at least it still keeps it keeps a small piece of the fucking, it torches shit, like it keeps a flame going.
I think it puts a fire under everyone's ass, even mine, because I have to continue this, and not only that,
And people get excited, because I'm surprised that, just as you mentioned to me, my bad for cutting you off.
No, go ahead.
You've mentioned it, and like Rishi's mentioned it, and I was surprised just to hear it. Like, but like people do legitimately want to like be on the show, and then when they hear about like basically when they know that it happens and they see the tangible proof, when you can give them a link to click on, and there's like
Check it out.
there are
right now.
multiple episodes that have been cataloged, you know,
quite a few now.
they'll consider it. They'll immediately go into it like, oh shit, well, you do have this. Well, okay, you know, it's kind of more of like, all right, well, you're not full of shit, and this doesn't sound like shit, this doesn't look like shit, then you're not full of shit. And if I got something to say, then, you know, I'm gonna give this guy the time, and that it's a mutual thing, and it should be that way. I think it's cool, dude. Hopefully, like, more people get involved and more people want to branch out, because you've told me that, you know, people do reach out and like they watch, and that's good. If anything, viewers are important, but most importantly though, like if people have, you know, that even the call-ins and all that shit, like props to you, because it's a good format. And we were just talking about this earlier on the podcast, or before the podcast. I remember when the dude, I mentioned this before, like probably in the first season, but it is true, when he just had like a webcam, and I think I accidentally came up, you shared it on Facebook probably or something, and then you were just like, I'm doing some shit and talking. I don't even know. Did it even have was it the UpAllNight show? Wasn't it something different?
Yeah, it was
There
different.
were like a couple episodes that were named even differently. Like, it was, my bad. It was so primitive that I was like, holy shit, dude. This was like really like, I hadn't seen you in years.
Just
basically.
ranting about shit is what I put.
And I hadn't even heard of you in ages. Like, what felt like ages. I mean, I knew you were working and shit, but, you know, nobody really talked about anything, or nobody was trying to keep in contact. Nobody was doing shit with each other. So I saw you and I was like, well, that's kind of cool, dude. I'm like, this dude's just, that's Mars. Like, I know Mario, dude, and I didn't even refer to him as Mars at the time. I refer to him that now because, respectively speaking, like, after that, this is actually something I haven't mentioned, but just after that, basically, I got in contact with him, and, like, we called each other a couple times and had some good conversations, and then, like, I found out about all the shit that you had on your YouTube channel. Like, that was, like, a huge deal, because I was like, man, dude, you've been working a lot of music. I didn't think of that. Like, I really didn't think that you were putting it out there and, like, naming it, and you had aliases. And
shit, I didn't think it would be heard. I just did it to do it because I was like,
I heard it, I was like, that, like, mentioning what you said earlier, like, that in essence put, like, fire under my eyes, because I was like, well, that's a lot of music you put out already, like, at that point. And I was just like, god damn it, like, a lot of it doesn't even sound half bad. It's just like, I don't know, there's so much shit. And then you gave me a hard drive of some of your stuff that's even, like, unreleased, and you released some of it on, like, those full-length albums you released last year, which is pretty cool. There's some gems in there, basically, dude. And I don't know, it's good that, holy shit, basically, like, aside from him just holding a microphone, like, dude, a lot of the reason that a lot of this came around was out of just respect. Out of respect, the fact that, like, you did a lot of shit before you got here, basically, you know, before you got, like, oh, you know, it's the UpAllNight show, what do you got to say, you know, before you probably even, yeah, like, I just wanted to give a props to that, because, like, you were, like, in the lab. Not that you're not now, but you were in the fucking lab at one point for, like, a couple of years.
I really was nonstop,
like,
nonstop, dude.
Like, there's a lot of, and there's still shit that I know he has that no one has probably heard.
I still haven't released a lot of shit. I still have a lot of stuff I have made, and I'm yet to release because I want to put it all on one full-length recording.
That's the same me. Like, with beats and shit, I need to make a tape and start getting in the habit of at least formatting, or, like, formulating building a good formula for tapes, basically. And, like, it's not, there's no perfect formula for anything like that, but something you're comfortable with. And, like, I'm trying to get there too, because I'll just make scrap shit. And, like, I was showing him earlier some loops, and they just need to be put out, or they just need to be put into little, you know, they need to be sequenced, and then either somebody flows on them, or I add a little bit of bass and some guitar parts.
Could I mention something though? I think you kind of, like, after I stopped, and then, like, I kind of did it for a little bit, and I was like, no one's really, other than I had a couple people reach out, but other than that, I kind of decided, like, I still wanted to do it, but something about, like, you even reaching out and seeing that you started making it and, like, making music and stuff, and it sounding really good, it made me like, why have I stopped? That sounds so good. Hearing your music just made me want to keep making music. I'm like, damn, this sounds so good. I wonder what else he's gonna make, and it made me feel like, why am I not making anything
definitely anymore? That's how I feel about
it was mutual, man. If anything, I felt like when I stopped, it kind of, like, seeing you kind of really do it was almost like my push to keep going.
Things have their own way of rebounding. It's interesting
with everyone else too. Meeting Rishi and hearing, like, how he, like, his take on music. Same with William. Same with other people that are making music.
He's honestly, like, he's told you in person, but I mean, I say this from the external point of view as a guy who, like, worked on music with him this past, like, whole year and the year before that. We've been working pretty hard, and, like, he was genuinely surprised, you know, that you play his music so damn much, and that you actually enjoy it, because, you know, he doesn't think low of himself by any means. But I'm not even speaking for him. I just know he doesn't, because he's a confident character. He does what he does because he loves it and he knows he's good at it. But yeah, he was actually surprised, because, you know, coming in as a stranger of things, like, to the whole deal, and, like, you know, meeting people and shit, you know, you're not automatically gonna be like, well, yeah, man, check my shit out, it's the shit, you know. And when someone gives you props, basically, like, he was super stoked when he found out that you were like featuring his shit. And then when we made Sideways, we called it Tommy Noble at the time. I like that name better, but, you know, he's producer of it. But
yeah, remember that?
Yeah, we were working on Tommy Noble, and which is called Sideways now. I should check it out.
Yeah, it was before Sideways. It was like the demo. It was just as good to me. I really liked that. I could have swore he was gonna put that out. Sick. I thought he was gonna put that out as a song.
We played that for the longest. That was our reference track, and you know, he was just stoked. He was definitely stoked, because he had no idea who the fuck you were, and not like many people. And when I talk about this thing, because I mentioned it to, you know, not a lot of people, but a good amount of people that I admired, and I can just tell that, you know, this is pretty cool what he's got going on, and, like, this is legit. And even when I told, like, Noel about it too, like, I'm not gonna say he was in disbelief at all. He was just like, oh, he was just receptive and listening. But you can tell some people are, you know, they don't immediately, you know, it doesn't immediately click until it's like, no, wait, this dude has a setup. It's just got a setup. He's got cameras, And if you want to, you know, shoot the shit and you want to speak into the mic, there it is.
Yeah,
you know. And if you don't want to do that, let's say you want to just bust flows, or you got a song to show,
or you want to come watch.
That's why he's there. If you got songs, and you've said it before to people, like you got a USB, you got a laptop, you know, you have links, you have anywhere I can find you.
I'll play you.
And
I'll give everyone a chance.
Exactly the thing, and that's just tight. Shout outs to that because, you know, and like I said about Rishi, he was actually. It was cool. It was cool to see him, like, you know, feel that way, because we definitely appreciate it, you know? Like, and even coming from me, we all definitely appreciate it, because, like, this shit is not easy. People are really selfish. That's what I mean. Like, there are good artists out there, but a lot of artists are grimy. They don't share people's shit. They don't play people's shit. They don't put other people's shit out because
they're worried about their own, maybe.
Because ego.
Yeah, that
you know?
too.
And it's just like, cool, good for you, you know. Stay in that corner with
a lot of things too.
Go hype yourself up by all means, you know. And if I like your shit, even though you could be a big cockhead, and I'll be like, you know what, that sounds really good. You did a good job, and I might just share your shit because I don't care. I liked it, and that's the thing. I synced it anyway. That shout outs to that because this is like definitely a mutual thing. We're gonna, you know, we're trying to get there, man.
We're mixing it up. We're trying to.
The audience will continue to grow, and hopefully, you know, to all the viewers and anybody who watches this after the fact, you know, thank you. Basically, that's how. Same way I'm telling him, it's all effective, and like it's not effective unless you listen, or even if you click. It's just shout out to the people and cheers to the audience and whoever the fuck is out there.
Yeah, cheers to everyone listening, and thank you guys.
Because we're just a bunch of averages.
Everyone's welcome.
Somebody's like you guys are. We just picked up tools and we said
we started using
this is them. How, you know, I want to express how I felt today or this month with this tool set. You know, that's all it is. You know, you're no different. You're definitely no different than anybody else's. And if this shit motivates you to do a podcast
you should
do a beat set, yeah. Or
if you have cool friends that are more interesting than us, do a podcast.
Fucking do it. Like you might have some funny ass stories, and you'll never know that one story or two will gain you 50 subs. And not that you care about that, but those 50 eyes and ears can definitely shape your day in a different way. Like you said, it definitely gives you a certain. It does something to your brain. It wakes you the fuck up. And it kind of, best way I could put it is it motivates you. You know, it just motivates you not to be the best or, you know, feel like you're the shit. But by all means, it kind of clicks. You're just like, wait, human beings are out there and the fuck, they like my story that much, you know? And you question yourself.
And that story might truly inspire the next kid. It might inspire the next person to try, you know, whatever.
If you can be provocative in any way, then do it, you know? Especially if you're not hurting anybody. If you're just sharing some shit and you're not being a cunt and a half, then by all means be provocative, you know, provoke people to think about things and question it and just be like, dang, you know, or I never thought of that, or hey, I've been through that too, or fucking that song was sick, you know, shout outs to that. Who is that? Well, the links are below, you know.
You know, speaking
that's
of
how it works.
We're gonna mix it up here a little bit too, and
you know, you can see I'm fanboying it up. I'm fanboying it up, man. I got a lot of love for this show. I got a lot of love for this individual next to me. Old bandmate. He's mutual. A brother, if anything. Very much a brother, so.
Feeling is mutual, brother.
And share, like, whatever the fuck. I actually haven't said that. Out of like, all the things we've done, we actually don't say the usual things. Share, like, subscribe, you know what I'm saying?
Share, like, subscribe. Check out the links below.
Don't forget to like, share, like.
Yeah, I try not to. Just
it is
if they want to, I think they should. But if they don't, if they hate it, please tell me too. Talk some shit. I don't care. Do what you want. But, you know, speaking of, on that note, we're going to switch it up and play a quick song, and we'll be right back here on Up All Night. We'll see you guys in a bit.
Respect the collective.
Hey.
Sometimes thoughts are hard like concrete, stressing too hard like all week. Then think back, oh wait, yeah, that was all me. Just me and my team woke up to a daydream. That's what vaping clouds see that all you pray over the day that these hoes are loyal, but let's not let the mood spoil. Baby, you know you're beyond royal. Smiled as her hands last, it was moving too fast. She said before anyone else, I left for anyone asked. But my bad, I'm just sad and I'm dumb. I'm just young and have no excuses for at times my love could be so useless. I'm holding on to nothing, baby, you know we alone. She told me to come over cause ain't nobody here. I'm holding on to nothing, baby, you know we alone. I'm headed right over cause guess she wasn't certain about if I was the right person. Lessons on my way learning, some days my heart's still hurting, but we keep searching, collectors on the come up. Hope the reviews 2 thumbs up, knowing my luck, no one even showed up. Remember our first show, I had no plug, it wasn't that big, not quite downtown, but my people loved me and they were still down, and somehow you still managed not to come around. Okay, life's better now, within the dark cloud there's still lightning. It's that's why I'm dancing like no one is around. I'm holding on to nothing, baby, you know we alone. She told me to come over, cause ain't nobody home. I'm holding on to nothing, baby, you know I'm alone. I told her not to tell me, cause I don't wanna know. Let me go.
Hello, my bad.
The key of that song reminds me of that "Let Me Go." It reminds me of the end of God, we just heard it. Now the other song just released it. I have a bad memory now. It's another Rishi track.
You talking about
I think it's Window.
Yeah, it was Window.
The end of Window reminds me of the key of that song. Let me go.
He really he uses that note quite a bit. He like his
yeah, his range
like
is
his
there.
key, like his key
That's
usually
his range. That's his little style right there.
his comfortable range right there. And
he mixes it up too, but you know, he got some work. We all have work.
Yep, I dig it though. I love the sounding. So do a lot of other people that listen to the show. They dig the sound of Rishi. Hope you guys enjoyed that. That one's Interstellar. You can find that one all the way down the very bottom, because he likes to share a lot of other people's music as well. So he not only does he have his, but he has everyone else's. It's very deep at the bottom, which I will play some of them so you guys know that there are more Rishi songs. You just have to look for them. You have to. They're like buried treasure. You have to dig deep. But me and next year, you know, earlier today there was this guy he had a show and he was sharing he was talking about like how like Simpsons, or like the guy who invented the Simpsons, he's like a time traveler.
That's what he said.
He was saying yeah, the guy from the Simpsons, he's a time traveler because he predicted this
all
and
the
that
random little theories that people find in there.
And then I was just laughing. I was like, I was actually, I wasn't laughing, I was a little irritated more than anything, because I'm like, how are you giving this guy that much credit? If anything, couldn't you have considered that he could have wrote these ideas in to kind of make you accept the fact that it's happening when it happens, and he uses it in cartoons to make it seem like it's not a big deal, you know, like.
Well, yeah, that's what comedy is. I mean, he obviously writes the shit because it's comedic or comical, but I've heard that too. I haven't heard people talk about it personally, but
predictive programming is what they call it.
People like,
and you know, I can see that you can predict something and then program it into somebody's head, so when it happens, they're more accept the idea of it, like if it's brought to them in a cartoon form.
You could also just be. It just depends. I don't know. Like
I don't see any other reason.
I'd also have to see the timing on things, because I know a lot of what stems from that, and particularly with like the Simpsons and shit. Like the joke, or like to me it's a joke. Like a lot of people considering that it could that it could tell the future, and like before particular current events happen, that there are supposed Simpson like episodes that have the same scenery with some of the same motions. I would just want to see the timing of it, and if it is before the fact, then after that, then I wouldn't. Let's say this: I'm willing to believe a lot of things, but I'm not willing to believe that Matt Groeger, whatever the fuck his name is, the writer for The Simpsons or the originator, is a fucking, or even his team of writers. I don't think that they're predictive geniuses or they're like prophets in any sense. That's just my opinion. I think if anything, what I do personally believe, it's just me, is that there might be people out there that are just smart enough to kind of see the clues or kind of see the political climate
and how it adds up,
and and just see society and just be like, well, I wouldn't be surprised if this came out. And so they, like you said, maybe they do put a rhetorical situation in an episode 2 weeks prior to something happening, and it ends up happening. And it's not out of, I would personally say it's not out of prophecy. It's more out of the fact that there might be just smart. They're just probably more than decent writers. They're pretty intelligent. They're basically just looking at the lining in the sand, just being like, well, I know what walked here, and I have an idea. Like, let's make sure that, because I've seen a lot of these little videos and stuff, and like you see thumbnails and shit, and like some of them look really convincing, but I honestly feel like a lot of them come after the fact that it already happened. And then maybe some because it's not just one person. I really don't think it's just one person, because you can't. I'd have to watch the video you're talking about too, but I don't personally feel like you can attribute all those like things like that to one person. It would have to be a team of people. It would have to be one person saying, "Look, I noticed that," and then giving it to that idea, to that group of people, and then brainstorming on it, and doing
maybe this could happen.
Yeah,
maybe this could, and then everybody like puts it together, and
it doesn't have to necessarily be like that. That's just another possibility, but that's funny. I think that's to me, that's just personally, it's funny, because I definitely agree that TV and programs that we watch can definitely be influential on. They are not.
I mean, they say. I mean, there's definitely a name, TV programming.
They're definitely, exactly. They're definitely influential in the behaviors of humans in everyday life, and all that shit in our psychology. But in terms of predicting shit, it's really difficult to pinpoint that. To get the proof for that, and to like the best way to put it, to test something like that, to get concrete, like quantifiable proof about like, well, no, wait, he is like this group of writers or this individual's a prophet, man. Like, trust me, he said it 2 or 3 times and it happened, and we got like to prove that. It's just very difficult. That's why it's hard for me to be like, oh shit, yeah, maybe some of these guys in media or Hollywood are predicting the future, and there's something deeper. I don't give them that credit.
I don't either.
I
think they'd be doing something greater than just fucking drawing a cartoon.
And they could just be. Someone could always counter and be like, "No, bro, they're playing. They're just like, no."
Dude, it's
because you could say that. Like, if I were to be like to play devil's advocate, I could just be like, oh yeah, well maybe they're playing that dumb. Just I'm just a guy. I'm just an average creator of The Simpsons. Like, not that that's average, but you know what I mean. Like, I'm just a guy who writes comedy. And I got famous because of my show. And, maybe he's playing that role. Maybe he's doing some 4D chess shit. And that's when I'd say no. I'd be like, I'd draw the line. I'd be like, you're thinking too hard. You're really thinking too hard. And, yes, like, basically, duh. TV shows do signaling. They do political signaling, and they could just be spewing their own agenda. They could just be like, no, this is how the writers or this group of people feel about the climate. This is how they feel. And you may have interpreted it as, holy shit, this is happening. And it's like, dude, no, maybe they're just viewing it as just like you. Like, they may have a lens just like yours, and you're both so compatible that you've convinced yourself that it's like, wait, are they reading the future? Are they reading like things that I'm not seeing, that I'm seeing? Like, people think too hard is my point. And they might be giving some things too much credit, and that shit's not healthy. And I don't mean to this is relevant to what I'm about to say, that we're talking about, like that not just Simpsons, but certain things predicting the future. I feel the same way, like what I mentioned right now about like giving things too much credit. I feel like the same exact way also about religion. Religion is one of those things that can be very important in people's lives and can help people. I don't deny that. It can shape a lot of... It can honestly, it can help a household too. I will admit that. It can keep structure, and it's not always safe structure. It's not like it can be oppressive. Don't get me wrong. But what I meant about, you know, giving some things too much respect or too much power earlier, that can happen a lot with faith and religion. Ideas that would be considered superstitions to some people, like, well, one case. We talked about this on the last podcast, which was kind of goofy as shit, but you know, it is a podcast and like no holds bar. But I'll bring it up again. What I would consider, my point being, what one considers superstition, another can consider just sanctity or something sacred. And one example, masturbation. To a majority of people, it's something they do like because they feel tense or because they're horny, etc. They do it for a reason, and when they're done, they forget about it. They clean up whatever. If you're normal, you clean up your mess, and you forget about it.
And then you feel ashamed. And then you move on to
that's
cleaning the house and cleaning.
That's the thing. There's one side of the globe, or one side of humanity.
He gets ashamed, and the other one's just like, I need more.
Or just finishes. They're just like, okay, I'm tired, or I'm gonna go eat now. I'm gonna wash my hands. I'm done. I'm done. I'm gonna go to work. I'm gonna take a shit. I don't know. I'm gonna
go ahead and rake the yard.
I'm gonna watch TV. I'm gonna rake the yard. I'm gonna listen to music.
I'm gonna finally get this song done. I've been fucking bugging myself about it.
So some people, you know, wank it out, and that's it. And other people wank it out and think to themselves, how the fuck is this gonna affect me?
No, you know what happens?
You know, like, they're gonna think, like you said, they're gonna feel bad. They're gonna be like,
oh yeah, there are those people, right? They feel guilty.
They're just gonna have some anxiety. They're gonna have a cloud over them. And I mean, obviously, I was that person at one point when I was super young, but I got over myself and I was like, what the fuck? I just thought, like, that's funny, dude. Like, that's called jerking off. That's all it is. That's called jerking off. And to me, and like, that's the point. Back on my main premise, people give certain things too much credit, dude. You're just tugging your cock and you're busting a nut. That especially if you're healthy or if you're semi-healthy, you're gonna produce more sperm in your balls. So, in essence, so like, that's, you know, that's really practically how I feel it should be viewed. But some people, like we mentioned, because they give an ideology, it might not even be the ideology. They may not even be all like, I am a proud Christian, proud Catholic, proud whatever faith that that would put you in that state of mind. It's not even necessarily about the title of the faith. It's more about like some arbiter is watching, and they're thinking that thing that I've created in my skeleton or in my cranium is thinking, shame on you, or it's thinking, why are you doing that? And then there's something other than yourself questioning you, and that's kind of scary, and that's delusional to me personally. And that's it took me a long time to get out of that state of mind, because to me it wasn't just about jerking off, you know, it was about lying, or it was about like, and it does feel bad to lie, but of course you want to be honest in your life, and there's such thing as guilt. That has, personally to me, that has nothing to do with faith or God. Guilt is just you telling yourself like, no, I done goofed. You know, like, I did something. I know I'm in the wrong. You know, like, I'm being a cunt, basically. Guilt is just your subconscious, personally, I think, is like your subconscious telling you you're cunting. You know, like, you're cunting right now. Why are you cunting? You know, like, oh, why did you cunt?
I don't think cunts ask themselves that.
No, you don't mean, like, I'm using the word cunt loosely, like, cunting, like, I'm using like it as, I'm using it as an adjective. But I guess that you could say, it's no, a verb. Sorry, it's more of like, it's just an, like, to me, cunting is, yeah, like, I know I'm doing some dumb shit, or I know I did some shit that was like, yeah, basically I put my character on the line, like the good parts of me, I exposed it, and like I basically peed all over it for a little bit, and it's like, I need to wash up. You know what I'm saying? Like that. If you're a normal person, but like you said. As you mentioned, that's kind of a good point too. Obviously, like, it has to do with this. Like, a true cunt wouldn't think that. A true cunt is like, because there are true cunts out there that they just go with the flow. They're oblivious, and I think we're allowed to call them pieces of shit. You know what I mean? They're
Most definitely.
They act like pieces of shit. They're human.
Yep.
They're human. They feel and shit.
They
You know, and you
function
don't
like
want to
humans,
fucking
but-
kill them. You don't want to harm them, but they act like feces.
Yeah, most definitely. They act like animals, if anything. Animals with
Basically.
no like home training whatsoever.
And like I forgot how I got into this whole rant, you know. But
We came from The Simpsons, and you're like the dude. Him
Oh
being
yeah.
delusional,
So we give
to masturbation.
We give a lot
to-
of things too much credit, and you know, religion or just faith. Again, it wouldn't even have to be the establishment. It doesn't have to be. I don't even particularly have to say it's Christianity. You know, it's Islam. It's Judaism. It's all the
everyone.
Abrahamic. Exactly. If you put any little idea into your head, basically, and even beyond that, what I was mentioning because it is relevant to religion in the sense that it gives you a God. You know, and like I personally, you know, I won't go out there and say I'm not about that. You know, I don't follow that. I don't think there's an entity watching me. And you know, I do. But again, like humans are skewed. We're complicated. Like, because if you ask me, do you believe in karma? That's kind of a godly idea in its own right. You know, it's not like you can measure karma. You don't find karma laying around on the ground. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't weigh it or anything. So, but I do believe in it. I do believe that, you know, if you're gonna be a cunt, the world's gonna find a way to, you know, to have. There's a pendulum somehow, some way. And I know I have my holes too. I'm a human. I believe particular things, but that's belief. And when it comes to religion and like
Beliefs?
religion is getting belief and it's compartmentalizing it. Meaning, the way I view it is it's putting it in like boxes or holes, and certain holes are higher than others. And the thing about religion is the higher the hole in many aspects, in many cases. The higher the hole or the higher that box is, the harder it is to get to, the more mysterious it is. The more mysterious that it is, and the more mysterious something is, it gives it mystique. And when you don't know something about something, literally, like I know that sounds, you know, contradictory, but literally, when you don't know something about something, it gives it power. It's mystery. It's like, oh shit, that thing up there that I don't know. Oh man, that might be the shit. That might be it. That might be fucking what life's about. And religion sells you that. This is my opinion, by the way, for the viewers. This is my opinion. I'm not saying this is the concrete truth. This is just how I came to this idea of what we were talking about giving too many things respect, or one thing too much respect. And so, since that thing is so high up there, it's so high up in the shelf, you know, it's like, man, that might be the dankest cookie ever. When honestly, dude, the cookies down here on this level are the same as that up there. And religion does that to you, and it scares the shit out of you to the point that we're talking about, to where you can't look at your own dick and just be like, or you can't like fucking rub your clitoris to the point where you're just like, damn, I came. You know, because you might not have the best sex, and you might need to jack off, or you may not have time to see your chick. You may not have a chick. You may not have time to be in a relationship, and you need to do something about it because you'll go nuts if you don't come. And that is what is it? Goddamn, I was gonna end it with that shit. And that is our broadcast for today. You know what I mean?
You're gonna end it.
And that is our public. There we go. And that is my public service announcement from yours truly, Nexus,
Brought to you by.
about how you should think for yourself, and not always. Yeah, you should question authority, but most importantly, like, don't build authority. Don't sit there and make up authority in your head, because there are things you need to abide by. I'm obviously not going to fucking like wield a knife in front of a person in the public, but that's for obvious reasons, because a knife can cut people and then someone will think you're attacking them. That's normal. You should know that. Your mom should teach you that. And if you don't have a mom, then some motherfucker somewhere should tell you not to point things at people, you know? But other than that,
If not, you're gonna learn the hard way.
don't build authority up here. Don't start fucking being like, yo man, around the corner, you know, or like, goddamn, why did I do that? Like, certain things, yeah, you should question, obviously, and it usually deals within the realms of hurting people.
I think sometimes people need to be told that, or be reminded that a belief is just a belief. That's all it is. It's just an idea that you created yourself, that somebody else told you. It's a belief. It doesn't make it
And
true.
if you're losing sleep on it, like if you're fucking up with your biological clock is fucked because you're thinking of some shit. Whether it doesn't even have to be religion. Aside from that note too, like on the point of anxiety, we all give ourselves anxiety about a lot of shit, you know. Like I personally give myself anxiety about a lot. Like, I'm a light sleeper, so once I hear something that wakes me up, it's real hard for me to go to bed. And I hear
Takes
every
2-3
little
hours.
thing. I hear every tiny thing, and I think a million things about it, you know. And I'm not like a 9-year-old sitting there like tugging my blanket. I'm just kind of like, fuck, you know, like what the fuck was that?
Yeah, you sit there. You're probably like me. I sit there in bed, just laying there, looking at the wall, waiting to go to sleep. Just trying to close your eyes. And imagine something. Yeah, it's hard to sleep. I'm the same way.
We all we all suffer from those particular things, you know. Like I just spoke about one that tends to have a lot of influence on a big part of the world, and you know that's faith, that's religion, or whatever you want to call it. And there could be a lot of things too that people drill into their heads, you know, and it's.
You know what that totally reminded me of?
Humans, dude. Our brains were like, our neurology is pwned.
it reminded me of what you're talking about, like putting something on a pedestal, and like it reminded me of kind of like getting a job at a place you like to eat. Like you like to eat there, but once you work there and you see all the behind the scenes,
dude, yeah.
you realize how much that place sucks, and then after that you don't want to eat there no more. You're like,
so much of
fuck this place.
You got so old, you're just like, what?
It's the same thing with religion. I think maybe you get too much of it sometimes, because
that's a good point too. Repetitiveness is like it ends up.
That's what it reminded me of. Like working at a place you like to eat.
One thing, you might get to the point where you're like, wait, this is fucked. Like I don't.
This place sucks. Look at the way they make this shit. They make this shit out of shit.
That's what I meant. Yeah, like, and then, our neurology too, dude. It's hardwired to be like. I think if you're normal and if you're sane, if you do too much of one thing, you're eventually gonna tell yourself, I need something different, or I need to get out of here at least.
I wish I could do that with drinking. I need to stop this shit. It's really fun.
Well,
I like to
do.
There's
science to that, though. There's actually, like, I'm not a fucking scientist by any means, but this is the point about alcohol. Any sort of intoxicant, there's a pleasure response. Once you have, like, you know, like,
those endorphins.
As I just mentioned about hardwiring and our neurology being pwned, it's pwned. We're drinking, and, like, you know, that's pleasure response, literally.
By the way, there's your cold one right there. Looking at
By the way, thanks to the nice system of United States of America,
sweaty that
capitalism, we have money and we have products,
and
we are feeding these products into our brain to cage us.
We're mixing the chemicals in our brain.
But as long as we have a gear in our cage, I'm fine. And I have, you know what? Keep me in a cage. Give me the internet. I'll be fine. Because eventually. You know, I'll make a difference. I'll just I'm not even that much of a Rick and Morty fan, but I'll just Rick your ass. You know, I'll just build societies within that little cage, and I'll be fine. Dude, that's the great thing about consciousness, is that it really is up to the individual, man, what you want to feed in your head, and that's the important part, man.
Make sure you're choosing.
That's why I attribute Otto Wants to that too. Like I heard at one of his lectures too. Is like he was talking about drinking, and he was talking about intoxicants. It's like, if you choose not to be intoxicated, you want to be intoxicated. Now, obviously, it doesn't mean you drink 5 beers and you go out and drive a fucking car immediately. You will get hurt, and you are impaired. He didn't say you're not impaired. He said you're not intoxicated. The idea of intoxication is, you know, like, oh, I lost control, basically. Well, I mean, if you never had an idea of control in your head to begin with, then you can kind of manipulate that. You can kind of be like, well, I can time my shit better. Or if I'm already buzzed, or if I'm fucked up, I'm gonna drink some water, but I do want to drink more. You have to have a threshold already set in your mind that particular moment, to where, like, or that day and that night when you're about to drink, to, all right, well, you know, how much of a good time, or what do I gauge a good time at? Because we all do that in our heads, and I've been thinking about that, because, like, there were points where, you know, as we mentioned earlier, when you're younger, you could down 4 or 5 beers, and yeah, you're gonna be fucked up, but you're just like ready for more because you went in so quick to it. You know, you came into it so quick, or I'll take another shot after shot, and like people do that, and it was
happens here all the time.
True, like it's true what you said earlier too. Like I wish I could do that with alcohol too, because sometimes we do lose control, and I just tend to do that with weed too. You know, like,
I can't do it with weed. I tried to, but.
Well, honestly, you're right. Sometimes weed puts you in your place a little better. Like,
you know when to stop.
There is a point where you're so vexed, you're just like, this is
fuck
great.
I'm good. You set it down.
This is sick. I want to sit down.
Yeah, let's sit down.
Right now, I will sit. I am so high. Literally, you're just like, I'm so vexed. I will sit and I will just chill to do something. And it's pretty sick. Or even when you're outside, like you're so vexed, you just sit there and just like.
Which we're gonna do tonight. We're supposed to be outside in the bonfire tonight, but we couldn't get anyone to show up.
Even I was concerned too. There was supposed to be a supposed like cold front, and like when we hear that, when Texans hear, we've talked about this on the podcast before. When Texans hear the word cold, or there's a drop in temperature,
everyone fucking bundles up.
We're on some shit. We got like 50 layers, and we're not trying to go outside for not even like a minute. We're like, no, fuck that. And it's the same with our cars too. Like our cars act as just as in my experience, my vehicle acts as just as fucking weird as our environment when it comes to like cold weather in Texas.
Works when it wants to, or what?
So I think a lot of people that Mars is bringing up, yeah, like there's supposed to be. He was planning like a outside deal and like maybe having like a bigger podcast with more people on the couch, but.
That'd be cool, but yeah, no one wanted to.
I think people were
cold front scared everybody. The 70-degree weather made me hyped.
Like,
I was like the last day of fucking summer, basically.
The fact that I live so close to Mars, like I wouldn't have been around, but I was just like, I know it does not feel bad. So I'm just like, what is this doing?
And we feel better. And not only that, we have shit planned for the night for you guys. Nex he has a whole set of equipment set in front of him. I have something set up here.
I can do.
We're gonna play some
last
music.
time I played some really good songs, and at the very end, it had a really cool, fresh like beat lined up with components. It's not like. It hasn't been built yet, so I do it on the cut live, and I'll play the samples and the drum tracks separately, so everything's independent.
Let me play a quick song real quick. So I gotta pee real quick.
Yeah,
but
I'll be right back.
Up all night, folks.
But that's coming up basically. What I fucked up last time. Hopefully, there's some redemptions on the way.
We're definitely gonna redeem it tonight. Tonight is the night. We're having fun. It's me and Nex hanging out. Hope you guys enjoy. We got some little FT dub. No, here we go. FT dub, Up All Night. We'll be back.
The flags at half-mast for some half-ass hag, and I laughed real crass walking past the gag, cause they're shagging us regular, condemning the secular. We'll see who laughs last when I shoulder this heckler. Good old boy incestuous with white bread pestilence. Pardon my insolence, but I've been insignificant. Now the riff that I get has hit legitimate, so bow in penitence, see what a bigot get. The dub does what's up to fill the grub cup, but lately shit is shaky cause the government fucked up. The pub gone public with subject ugly, and pundits talking down like they think they're above me. What I see is a focus off the Zonula's in. Don't look behind the curtain cause the wizard is in. He got us all blinded with his shining chrome. I scream, fuck the war and bring the soldiers home. Time is up, we rising up. Sublime is what, we rising up. Size them up, divide and cut. The rhyme is rough cause your time is up. Time is up, we rising up. Sublime is what, we rising up. Size them up, divide and cut. The rhyme is rough cause your time is up. They use ill-placed anger trying to show they got heart. Follow the money stranger, they corrupt from the start. Corporate America sponsors the lackeys, so when the vote comes, they look out for the backing. Hip pocket, breast pocket, but never out of pocket. Damn right, McDonnell Douglas wants to sell more rockets, so they handpick reps to look out for their checks. They call public servants, but they private when it wrecks. Pennsylvania to Wall Street, they frats where they all meet. The chaps, they all agree to draft the next fleet of Illuminati brethren with funds they hedging. The New World Order has open session, and it coincides with both the House and the Senate. But you can't win elections if you ain't even in it. Get your name on the ballot, campaign with the truth. Be real with the people and avoid the corporate noose. You better hit the ground running cause your time is up. You better head for the hills cause your time is up. You better head for the border cause your time is up. You better head for the Hamptons cause your time is up. Yeah,
we're all over the place here on Up All Night. That was Yeah, the volume was a little low. That's the
Shout out
OC.
to FT Dub.
That was off the OCDMC. And that was FT Dub. Huge fan of FT Dub here on the Up All Night show. He would probably never come on the show, but I did know him in the past. But he's still doing music. You guys like that? Go check out.
It's a small city though, and like we're definitely gonna come across FT Dub. I'd like to meet him one day.
Yeah, dude, I'd definitely like to hang out with him again.
I know he does turntable NPC sets.
Dude,
I read it on his Bandcamp.
Yeah, dude, you should. He's always inviting me to shows, but I'm always out of town. And it's like, dude, he's always, hey, dude, come down in town. Or come down to the show, dude. And like, I'm always fucking working, dude. I'm like, dude, I'm so sorry. I'm working, dude. It sucks. By the way, I'm getting your fucking voicemails on the Up All Night hotline. Y'all hear that shit? Thanks for the voicemails, guys. Look at that shit. You guys are gonna blow my phone up.
Like, what y'all are hearing is notification after notification of
And it's just been going on the whole song before this.
Yeah, before this. It's true.
But I got your
What the
voicemails, guys.
fuck?
I didn't think people would actually call. I'm sure I got a lot of, fuck you, dude. Quit your fucking... I'm sure I got a couple people. I don't even know these numbers. I don't fucking know these numbers.
This is ridiculous.
Fuck it, dude. Thanks for the voicemails, fuckers. No, I love you guys. Hopefully they're good ones. And if they're really funny, I'll play them on the show. If you guys make me laugh, even if you're talking shit, if you make me laugh, I'll probably play it on the show.
Get a feature.
I'm gonna do a whole, like...
Get a fucking feature.
Speaking of features, you want to see what our ugly face is? Hold on, give me a second before I do. Shut the fuck up, Foamy. It actually did shut up, but I...
Oh wow, it's finally through.
No, don't be fooled.
Just lowered.
But now, I don't know if you guys read what the show tag was, but I'm here with Nex, and we're gonna be playing some Wii. And I had a special. He told me something I didn't think he'd end up doing, but he wanted to play tonight. And that's always, to me, that's always a treat to have you come in and just do a live set. Like, Nex has always been one of the first guests to actually come in and do a live set, and sometimes just improvise. Like he would just. Sometimes he'll just play.
That's what I'm about to do right now.
Yeah,
I basically I got like stems of stuff, and then you can just hear me in the background bullshitting. So don't expect anything too fluent. I do have fluent things, but I'm not gonna do that tonight. I'm gonna do some unreleased, very, very, very fresh off the boat stuff. This morning kind of shit. I had one nice cup of coffee, and I was cleaning up a little bit, and so I was like, I'm gonna take a break from cleaning and shit, and I'm gonna work on just some chops.
If anything, this is like eating something fresh. Like, sometimes you won't reheat it. You might reheat it in the microwave, but it's still just that fresh that you can still eat.
Or it's like a nice, like, just finding a good apple tree, and it's like right at the end of the season, and it's like, well, you know what? These apples still look good, so I'm gonna grab like 2 of them. You know,
that don't sound bad either.
Just wash them up.
It'd be badass to have an apple tree, though, right?
Yeah, I've had green apples.
apples.
I've had green apples from apple trees.
How were they?
Small ones. They were so amazing, and they weren't sour like normal green apples. They were smaller ones. It was basically in Mexico where I was raised. Or,
oh shit!
Not where I was raised. My mom was raised. My dad. But I'd
go
go there. We'd go there as kids, and it's ages ago. And we stopped by some house that had them, and you know, but it's fucking where it is over there. The people don't really give a shit if you grab their stuff because it's like right
plenty
on,
to go around.
And it's right on the dirt road, so it's like if you do grab one, they're not gonna flip shit. As long as
you don't cut the tree down or some shit.
You're not getting bundles and shit. And then we pulled 2 or 3 down, and I was like, oh shit, and I cleaned it off. It was pretty damn sweet. It was like pretty small too. It was the size of a pear, but it was an apple, and it was green as shit. It was a beautiful, nice, bright green. It didn't look ugly. It didn't have like wormholes or nothing. It was sick. It was like delicious.
Damn.
But that was a good thing about the country, man. You know, wherever the country is, like at that point, it was in like the mountains of Mexico, but.
That sounds cool too.
It was fucking godlike.
The mountains of Mexico.
Yeah, that same area now has its own like a little Facebook page. Like that. The actual community has a Facebook page now. It's crazy how the internet like integrates itself into everything.
That kind of sucks though. That brings the people from the internet and lets them know that there's.
It isn't. No. It's very, very private. It's not like that, dude. Trust me.
Oh, I thought
what
where
it
welcomes people like where to come.
It could welcome people, but that's a kind of place where like there's basically. This area of Mexico, there are no hotels or anything. That if you go there, it's because you have family that already has a house there. Like this is
there's no reason to be in those parts other than being knowing people.
This is legitimately about I'd say an hour and a half, no more than an hour, honestly. from the actual city. So it's like, yeah, but basically, this is the best way I could, where we're at basically for the audience. I'm telling Mars, but this is like, but to you, it would be like going out. Do you know where Joshua was at?
Yeah,
It's
Joshua,
like,
Texas.
Exactly. It would be like going into a community, but a big community in Joshua, Texas, somewhere like beyond like the hills, and like just, you know, that's not somewhere you go because it's just a community. You know, there's nothing really there. Now, where I was, like, you know, where I went as a kid, there are general stores. There's a clinic. There are like wells, water wells and stuff. And there's a cathedral, little church. There's a elementary school. It's definitely got the essentials, but there's definitely no hotels, nothing like that, no apartments. It's all
just an actual community of its own. They don't
in-house. Yeah,
That's pretty cool. You have to either know family,
exactly,
or like.
And so the reason that there's a Facebook page, which I'm about to mention, as a younger lad, I don't know, but he's somewhere from like extended family of that, you know, of that community. You know, his grandma or aunt, someone has obviously been there forever, and he probably just like me grew up there as a kid, and he's like a photographer, videographer now, and he's got really good footage of it. And I guess him and like some people from there that actually still live there, that, you know, that because the internet is capable there now. You can get it there now. I mean, obviously, even when I was a kid, my aunt had satellite. She was the only person with satellite, and like all my cousins and myself and like all their friends would come over and we watch like a bunch of different shit. We watched a lot of anime and shit and just cool shit. And then we'd also watch like adult like TV shows, not porn by any means, because we're always too afraid to do that. But we watched like Comedy Central. Like when Comedy Central was brand new, I remember watching it too, and like we didn't understand shit. We just read subtitles because it was in English. They were reading Spanish subtitles, and sometimes they'd be dubbed in Spanish, and I'd understand a lot of the time, but I even then as a kid, I just heard people laughing, or you know, like there was a humorous vibe, but we didn't know what the fuck was going on. We basically just watched it for hot chicks, like whatever. And then there was this some show that we used to watch too, like with like this like dust ball character. There was all this. We used to watch a bunch of sitcoms.
Dust ball character. That sounds great.
Yeah, like that. Basically, it started like some people will know about it, and like I've looked it up, and I've had this conversation with some other people, you know, that been around the '90s, obviously, like you. But it started off, the theme of that show. There was this one show we used to watch in particular, and it was like on cable. I don't think it was on Comedy Central. It may have been, but it was on one of these channels too. It's random, and it started off with the "Hit the road, Jack, don't you come back."
It had a
home."
dog, a puppet
It was
dog.
a dog. I thought it was a little fuzzball.
He was a dog. That was
a shaggy dog,
and he talked shit.
and there was a hot ass broad there.
Yeah. He had that raspy voice.
Yes, and he was a raunchy motherfucker, or somebody like there were pervs.
Anytime you see the actor, you know what? The last time I seen him, he was on that '70s show episode, and then his name was Eli, and he was like a character on there. Like he was Leo's friend, the Cheech character.
Yeah.
He was his friend. And, "Oh, I'm Eli," and he had the same voice that the puppet had. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, dude.
Damn,
like,
you were a kid then, because I was pretty young. So you have to have been like
we watched that on Mexican television, and it was dubbed.
Oh, so you didn't get his voice. You got to have heard his voice.
Yeah,
the voice actor was like very unique.
No, I remember it in English,
English?
too, but more than likely I watched it a lot more in Spanish. Yeah, definitely.
I barely remember it as a kid.
We always gathered and just see that blonde. I think it was a blonde on there, and we were just like obsessed with her. She was hot.
I almost want to like find it, look up Google to find it.
We thought she was the cutest chick ever, and like I was.
Fuck,
like,
you're making me want to find it.
Probably like not the best looking now, but yeah, she's probably a typical nice looking chick though. Cause you know they'd always get some pretty cute girls in those shows, man. And I remember like everybody. I wouldn't say everybody, but it's definitely Topanga's a thing, you know.
Oh yeah, Topanga was hot. Her and the Pink Ranger, Kimberly.
Yes.
Kimberly.
I will agree to that 1000%. I was
Kimberly
a fan,
was
man.
like
I got
the
excited
hottest.
because this is how I used to put it. I still put it this way, but basically, you knew you were straight as a little boy growing up if you liked Kimberly. It's the best way I can put it.
Kimberly
you
was
may have grown
the
up to
hottest.
Be gay or some shit, but growing up, you knew you had the early stages of the development of a dude because you were like, man, Kimberly's hot as shit. What's going on? I feel amazing. This is hot. This bitch is hot. I want to, you know, dude. Holy shit! That's the show, man.
That is the show.
This camera can't see it right now, but fuck, that is the show, man.
That's Victor saying he's at work. I was at work.
Vic's, dude, tell him to
shit.
bring some fucking wings.
Oh, bring some fucking wings. Bring some fucking
Is he Ubering?
wings.
Is that what he's in? Is he Ubering?
No, he's driving his own ass.
fucking wings.
Bring some I wish I could show you guys. Eventually, I'm gonna make it to where I can show the internet links. But this is.
He found out what I'm talking about, man. It's funny.
Let me see if I can.
There was some chick with them, right? Were there a broad?
There might have been. I don't know what she looked like, but can y'all see that? Y'all can't see it, right? This is actually. Let me make it bigger for you guys. Where the fuck's the there it is. It's this character right here. I know it's shit. It's all over the place. Anyways, oh fuck! It just sent me somewhere else. Anyways, I don't. Let me figure out.
Victor, you're right. I was at work.
How does it work, bro? The man is a VIC, crazy Vic, y'all. You know what? Me and Nex are gonna have something. We're gonna. He's probably gonna play some. Actually, we can play one more song while we prepare.
Someone else was asking a stupid ass. Okay, the show is called Unhappily Ever After.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Holy shit, was it Nikki Cox? Is that her?
We're about to find out.
Nikki Cox.
Nikki Cox, guys. Nikki Cox.
Is that who it is?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying that shit, but yeah, it might be her. I'm just like, I found it though. It was what I said, right? Like, it's called Unhappily Ever After.
Unhappily
But
Ever
I'm trying
After.
to be up like screenshots of it, so I remember like just like you showed me, there was a couch and shit, and that motherfucker was on a couch.
The dogs. It's because the
and
guy was
just
playing.
like-
He'd be playing his hand through the couch as a dog, as a puppet. Unhappily
I
Ever
don't know why I
After.
like that show. We just sat there and
We
watched it.
It was
so
the
long.
fucking the puppet. As a kid, you liked the
But
puppet.
there was a chick, man. I swear, there was this chick that we were like, when she did come on, we were like, "What the fuck, man? She is fine." God, it had to be a female because, so like we'd joke about her. We'd be like, "Man, I know what I do to her." We would be pervs, basically, dude. We
Well-
would just sit there and talk shit, and we'd be like, "Man, holy fuck, man."
Nikki Cox. It might have been her. Or
My
was it
phone's-
Wendy Benson Land?
I don't know. I gotta see it. My phone's being chode, but cheers to the
Oh yeah, cheers.
to the
dude.
one,
You guys still-
two, or the negative viewers. It doesn't fucking matter.
Negative
It's just-
20.
We're
No, I'm
glad to
joking.
have you here.
Yeah, we're glad to always have you guys listen. Even if you don't listen today, dude, you know there's people that catch it later. Like, fuck, I missed it.
Yeah, it's cool, man.
Shout
That's
out to
why-
you guys that get mad because you missed it, dude. I want you to catch it. Catch us, dude. Call us. Talk
Catch
some
these
shit.
hands. Catch these hands.
Was it? Hold on. Was it this girl right here? Oh, you can't really see her very well.
I think it was, dude. Wendy Benson Lands. Hold on.
Wendy Benson Lands.
Dude, I think that was.
Find out and find a cool picture.
What the fuck? Stop messaging, you stupid cunt. Shit gets in the way of everything.
But man, what an exciting last 2 weeks here.
She was on that fucking show.
What an exciting.
1995 through 1999.
Those are the good years, man. I
Yeah,
still
they're
live in
pretty
those
dang.
years.
They're pretty dank.
I'm not gonna lie, I still live in the fucking early
I do.
90s.
I live in the 90s.
I live in the
musically.
90s all together. Like this whole new year, all this new generation, dude. I still live in the 90s. I'm starting to
Dude,
understand
I was
my.
not wrong, dude. They're fucking too.
I'm starting to remember.
Look, check this out.
Oh,
look,
yeah,
look,
she's
watch.
hot.
No, dude.
Whoa, yeah.
I remember like that
yeah,
dude
yeah.
too. That like dude.
Show the
he was
camera.
Like, he was like a bone, dude. Like the dude next to her. He was like the bone that hung out with her, dude.
Right, the
And
one,
then-
the girl in the
yeah,
pink.
That's Cox. And then there was a blonde too that would come on, and, like would be all like naggy.
Yeah, that was her.
She was always mad at like one of these dudes. That
They're
dude-
both hot. God damn.
I'm
That
telling
Nikki
you,
Cox
dude.
and the other
The
bitch.
blonde was my favorite. I was
Wendy
like, dude,
Benson.
I had to been Benson. Dang, dude.
That's probably what made. You know what? That show had two things. It had dogs and puppet shows. Yeah.
a lot of
wow.
a lot of innuendos there, man. I was a kid.
Look at those. She's not even wearing a bra. It doesn't seem like. Nice. Yeah, I think that's what got the show. It made it so good. You were definitely. It was called Unhappily Ever After, but I was definitely
Dude,
happy
somebody
after.
was on it, man. Somebody was on it, yo.
Somebody was already a bigger fan than us.
Fucking
We're new to the being a fan again.
What
but
the fuck? I'm sorry, I gotta show you that one too. Golly, dude.
yep.
That's his last one,
Okay,
folks. We're
that was
sorry
the first
for that.
reason we liked the show as
But
kids
yeah, like,
for
as
some
a
reason.
kid, definitely just came across
the
this
second-
show
the
like
second-
randomly on cable. I think
The second reason was the dog puppet, but you're a kid because of that. But
mainly, yeah, those
tits
two
and
reasons.
the puppet. It was probably the reason
The
you.
3 reasons.
What was the third one? It was kind of funny, right?
No, you don't get it, man. He's slow on that one. You don't get it, do you?
The first, well, of course. Oh yeah, I get it now because there was another girl, of course.
Good,
But
as long
that
as you
first,
got it. As
the
long as
first
you got
girl
it.
though. I mean, that one you showed me.
No,
right now,
you don't.
Holy
You
fuck.
still don't get it. The 3 reasons. A pair of tits and a little puppet dog.
2 pairs of tits. No, we'll go.
Oh,
Okay,
you're
yeah,
right. We should say.
I thought the 2
We
girls
should
and the
say
puppet.
5,
But the puppet.
The 5 reasons.
There's more.
Well, I
girls
mean,
in
a
them
pair
show.
of tits. 2
I
pairs
guess, yeah,
of
yeah.
tits is
Then 5
4
reasons.
titties.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
And then the dog.
But what would one tit be enjoyable for though? One tit alone would be a little weird.
No,
You'd be
you
like,
don't get what I'm saying. Like,
I know what you're saying too.
Yeah, yeah, like,
1, 2,
my
like
reasons
separately.
were for 2 pairs of tits, meaning 4 tits.
And then
Total.
the dog was the
Yeah,
last
and I know
thing.
what you mean. Like, it would be weird to just have one, but I'm quantifying it as a pair because I'm being proper.
Bros, maybe one of us is complicating shit. It's probably me.
No, I definitely do. No, I
It's probably me for sure.
love fucking with numbers. It had to do with it. But that show was crisp because it was just.
A little innuendo
It was
there.
an aimless. Like nothing really was going on, and like it was that dog like mouthing off to the homie. They were both being pervs, probably. They like the context of the
Fuck
show is
yeah.
probably them just shit talking, and then the puppet being like, "Why haven't you smashed?" You some shit probably.
in his
Basically,
crazy voice.
Yeah, what's that bear movie that came out, the teddy bear?
What's it? Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but that guy
damn
was
it.
okay. But
Yeah, but it's that, so same idea maybe.
yeah,
you
they
know?
probably just cookie cutter that shit, but added weed to it.
Exactly.
They just
What's
added
that
more.
guy's name? Fuck that bear.
Ted.
Ted, dude, we gotta dude.
I'm never a fan of this new shit like that.
If y'all steal this idea, at least credit us. But I'm about to mention it, dude. I don't know if I want to do
unless you can make it. I'd say just make it yourself.
I don't know if I want to make a beat tape or a song this name, but I'm gonna find out the name of that character, the little dog, and then dude, right there, and make a nice like just dank ass song. Just it'll be a smoking like an anthem song, like it'll be a good.
To the original little Doug Duster.
Yeah,
you say he looks like a little
We're
piece
gonna
of
look
dust.
up his name, dude. Yeah, I thought.
I bet
thought-
you starts with
okay.
an R.
You know what he reminded me of? Look, I'm gonna link this shit to even deeper, and like we're gonna go from like a show that was like, adult and perverted in its own way. It was definitely sexual. It had like all those, like you saw that earlier, like a lot of cleavage out there, and like they were definitely sexualizing those chicks.
Yeah, I
So-
was like probably like 12 or some shit when I was
Dude,
watching
I
it. I
was
had no
definitely
clue,
younger. I
but
was probably like 6
goddamn,
or
I like
7.
watching this.
And basically, shit, I forgot. Let me take a swig too. I kind of lost my train of thought. Maybe this will help me out, get more inebriated. Anyway, cheers, everyone.
That's what I always think.
Totally forgot. Good thing I can go back and then still remind myself later on.
Later on, you're,
I
oh,
remember
yeah,
what I was
fucking-
saying. I fucking killed my own rent.
You're talking about the cartoon itself, or the show itself, and the dog's name, and you're gonna make a song.
Thank you, dude. So yeah, I'm gonna look up the name of this fucking dog because I'm gonna link it to something that was innocent. That's what I was saying. This is just real quick. The reason I feel like the only reason I can think of right now, like legit, because I'm the only one who knows myself, and like I'm trying to think of what would have caused me to think of that dog as a dust ball.
Oh yeah,
If I'm not mistaken, I think there are dust balls in the show. I don't know if you watched it, The Big Comfy Couch.
I haven't. That was new to me. I was too old for that. I was already in Power Rangers and Spider-Man.
That was
by
still an old show. My sisters watched it, and they were like, if not your age, a little older.
I was probably trying to.
But it was more of a no. It was a Channel 13 show. It was like a KER. It was like a public television.
I was with Arthur and
yeah,
Green
but
Rainbow.
it was like a
and-
chick theme show, so you probably didn't fuck with it because it was like more chickish.
Yeah,
But it was about a clown chick, and she
remember
had,
that, I remember
the
that,
Big
yeah,
Comfy Couch. She had big glasses.
I knew what she looked like, she
exaggerated. Yeah. And like I had a huge crush on that chick dude, growing up. Like again, I was just like I don't know why, dude. It was the pigtails. I was like, even as a kid, I was lethal. I was like,
You just knew
fucking
already.
mine in the gutter. I was just like,
You know what I noticed about
freak. Anyway,
damn. You know
so
what I noticed
in that show? My
No,
bad,
go on,
dude.
go on, go on.
There were just these
Fair point.
characters that were actual dust balls, and they were actually adorable, dude. They had little faces, and they would have this. They had like this high pitched voice, and they were basically trolls, dude. They were dust balls, but their behaviors were trolls. And so it was just funny as fuck. And I thought of that dog, and I associated fucking dust balls. I know anybody who listens, especially like homegirls, like most chicks I know, because I watched that show with my homies. Like, there were 2 chicks that, one in particular that my mom would babysit, and her and I would like always watch. We were really good friends for a long time, and we grew up together. She was honestly like my first friend ever, like someone I just like a play date, basically, someone I knew who I was cool with, homegirl basically. And we watched Big Comfy Couch a shit ton. Like, beside her and my sister, we just watched that fucking show so much. And like, I don't know, I got so used to the stupid ass characters in the songs, and I might watch that shit again, get vexed, and be like, why the fuck did I watch this?
Dude, when I was a kid, me and my brother would watch Teletubbies.
Dude, I watched that show.
No, hold on. You didn't let me finish. You didn't let me finish. We watched it because he had a friend. He was in middle school, and he had some friend. I think his name was Stuart. And what he would do, he would just be roasting on the whole show and what was going on.
That's hilarious.
And we just sit there like on the phone, like we would just laugh at the shit he was saying. We just all just make fun of it. I was a kid, but the shit he was saying was so ridiculously funny at the time.
Back when phones were really like a
when you
thing,
could prank call, when
you called,
before caller ID,
when you called people.
Before caller ID, when you call people, when you had to write their number down. I remember I talked to this one girl, and I went to her house, and she had everyone's number written on her wall. That's how fucking numbers were. Like, back then, that's how fucking late it was.
That's some shit right there, yeah.
But that kind of tells you what decade it was, based on people knew, numbers were important. You had to memorize.
I remember there was like most like, I wouldn't even like call them that, because like even that's an older term, but I'm just gonna call it for that. Like, basically most music stores. The fact that there was a music store, there were music stores back then, basically, right? And the only place that I see this at, what I'm about to mention, is at record stores, and they're not easy to find. But I remember at a point where you'd go into a music store and you would see tape racks. We mentioned that earlier about like CDs and tapes.
Before they went away.
But like right when CD was getting hype, you could still go to stores, and there would be these, square. There were tapes, and then you pull them out, and there were these big, exaggerated plastic things with a handle.
Yeah, the big handle thing.
Yeah, and you had to get them removed. They were like safety locks. Because tapes would get stolen.
Because they're so small.
Yeah, exactly. And
you
like
couldn't
that shit is crazy. Like you said, it's a testament to the times. And the fact that phone booths existed. There are phone booths out there, I'd imagine, in some cities. Don't get me wrong, or gas stations. They still exist. But back when they were in every fucking corner of downtown, probably.
Yeah.
Like, at least like 3 or 4 somewhere.
There was one at the end of this store.
Then there was that infamous one. There was one like in Six Flags that I used a couple times when I got lost. Just like page somebody or some shit. I remember like
when pagers were the shit.
Dude, holy shit, for real.
We're all over the place.
My sister used to work at. Basically, there's a store around here. It's an electronics store. It's popular. It's been known for cell phones and pages. But if you're from Fort Worth or Dallas, but my sister used to work at a T-Mart when it was like first opened, and man, I don't know how, but she had a demon hookup on beepers when they were big too.
I remember that. Yeah, beepers.
And dude, she had like 2 or 3. She had like fluorescent, like clear see-through. She had insane beepers.
That's when you get casings for them, and then you can get some cool hook casing.
Her beeper game was fucked up, and I'm just like, how the fuck are you doing? And then she was a baller, honestly. Cause she just worked a lot. That's what it was. She grinded a lot, and she knew people. Was probably really cool with the staff, and she was like, man, I got the fucking. I was like, what the fuck? And I just remember looking. I didn't feel cool at all, cause only time I ever felt cool was when she bought a fucking computer. She bought dude, and what she bought was ridiculous. I don't know where she got it, and like she wasn't like the most educated about it, but she just wanted nice shit. She bought a Sony Vaio at the time. A Sony fucking Vaio, and I was just like, this is before a lot of people.
Have been expensive as fuck.
It was pretty damn expensive, and even had came with its own like nice, sleek little monitor and shit, and like it was like not the dankest computer, but it was so nice looking, and it ran really well for the time. Man, I fucked that computer up. Not even badly, but what I mean is I used it. I milked the shit out of that computer. Like, I used it so much.
Downloaded shit off Napster and like the
I didn't do much of that. I did more like video streaming. I tried to find video links, and like I would look for like real player links and shit.
You try to find your favorite music videos to watch, and
basically
they would take so much fucking data.
And then I did do a little bit of LimeWiring, but like after a while, like I found people who just had albums, and I could kind of like take it from them or burn CDs. I still fuck with CDs a lot, so like if I had like 4 or 5 good CDs with good mixes, you could survive off 4 or 5 good mixes. You could just be like, dude, this is my shit for like 5,
You have to
6
fake-
months.
yeah,
until I buy a real album.
Yeah, until you finally eventually
Until I get
go
some
spend
cash and I'm gonna go to
$20
Best
for the
Buy.
album.
I'm gonna go to Best Buy or Sam Goody, and I'm gonna got like 2-3 albums.
Sam Goody,
you
I
know?
haven't heard that shit in forever.
That was the place. That was the place. Even though they were OP, like
Overpriced, like a
regardless,
motherfucker.
you understood. This is pre eBay, pre I can use debit card, pre I can prepaid debit, pre anything. That was overpriced. It was overpriced, but if you found that obscure album that you were looking for, you were like, dude, it's here. I got a 20 in my hand. You know, like I'm doing this right now.
Yep.
I'm doing this right now.
If you didn't have the cash, you were fucked.
And there was also Sam Goody besides Target.
There's
was
no
one of those,
ATMs.
oh, obviously.
I did that,
Yeah,
but
like I said before debit, like before you could link your account that easily. Like banks did not.
but you're
Did not allow that service at many points. I didn't even have a bank account. Obviously, I was too young. But
you're stressing the cash factor.
the cash.
But
was
you had
real.
if you had the 20, basically, if you had the money for it.
Boy, if you had that cold hard cash, you were like, I know what I've been waiting for, and I did find this album, and I'm gonna fucking get it. And like, the top 3 obviously being Best Buy, like Target and Sam Goody. The reason I mentioned Target is because unlike bitch ass Walmart,
Their
Walmart
shit was
would
unedited.
yeah, it was literally that was the thing. You were like, man, I want my shit explicit. I want my shit dirty.
I want all the fucking cuss words, motherfucker. I want to memorize all that shit.
It was real, man. And
You
like,
don't want to be that one pussy at school.
I honestly miss buying CDs. It's sad.
I still do.
feel
I
old.
still do. I still
You
fucking
do though. You do. A lot of people like you still stick to the format. And like, I'm gonna go back. Like, I was never around alive in those times. But what I would do nowadays, I would buy a vinyl. You know, like because
that's the
I'd
shit
just buy a
too.
nice vinyl and I'd listen to it through some 45s, be basically like on wax. So. But CDs, dude, if I do find, like, there are certain CDs, though, that if I do find, there's still, basically, there are rare albums that have only been released, or that you can still find here and there on CDs, and you won't download. And I would, yeah, if I found, don't get me wrong, there's still CDs that if I saw, I would get in a heartbeat, because, fuck yeah, that shit's some of the best quality you could get, the best.
Yeah, you can't download
The best,
that
dude.
shit.
It's some
And
crisp quality, dude.
Some of it's worth buying if the fucking song or the music's that good. Like shit like
No,
this. Like
and
I
if you're-
bought this the other day because I was like, I don't want to.
Classic.
I don't want to.
Yeah,
I didn't want to fucking download these songs.
classic.
This is the best way to fucking listen. Vinyl would probably be the best way,
But that's just
this is
next
just-
best thing. Next best thing, dude.
because I don't have a vinyl
It's
player
gonna be
yet.
clean sound.
But dude, I listened through that.
But
Oh
I'm
my
about to
God.
mention, even if like you're not even
Beautiful.
fond of CDs and you really like that group
Shuts
or
up.
band or that artist, the
Support
cool-
them.
Exactly. Not to mention,
Especially
a
local
lot
artists.
of people try hard. A lot of people, dude, you might pull that bitch out and you. I don't know. I know you are. I know for a fact you are, and like my cousin got me in this as well. And like you grew up. I think you get yourself into it. Like you grow up doing this when you buy CDs, and if you grow up in that era, you're about to understand what I mean. There's something about fine print that I love as well. Like when you open up a CD case and it does have a nice booklet or art or just really good lyrics, and you're just like, dude, this is good packaging. I paid for something well made. And that shit's sick. That shit like feels slick. You feel satisfied, and then you pop that bitch in, and you can. I used to love reading metal lyrics. I just like,
Go through the song and read each lyric.
and I would just sit there and read. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? These
And you're-
motherfuckers are going off, basically.
You're right, and it's better to read their words instead of read some
You
interpretation.
really get a crazy, and yeah, you get a different perception of that band that you're listening to, and you're just like, holy shit.
One of the things I absolutely loved, not only the publishing part where they put the lyrics and they put everything in it,
Yeah,
and in the
dude,
pictures,
the credits too.
but
You could find out about engineer names. Go ahead, my bad.
or the creative way they made the casings. But this is one thing I always loved: the smell of a brand
Yo,
new CD
most
case.
definitely.
When you open it
Fine
up
print is the freshest.
and you smell that shit, that
the only
new CD,
thing next to
it's
it that's better is
beautiful.
money, obviously. You know.
No, you know what else? You know what's before that a little bit, and I wouldn't say higher, but the smell of a brand new Nintendo. Like that has a unique smell. A
We're getting into a
Nintendo.
whole new like realm now too, because honestly, dude, like all those things are God. Honestly, they're
Don't laugh
dank.
at me, you bastards.
They're super. They're super dank because you just mentioned, like you said, going. You said Nintendo, but this isn't the same. This is the same exact thing. I was about to mention. There's two things that we missed out on. One basically you already mentioned. Literally, there's fresh print. There's money. There's fresh actual print. You know, there's like a book or a booklet or a CD or a DVD or some shit. Then is what you mentioned, a fresh video game, a video game console or a handheld, anything, any electronic, especially a video game, even down to a controller. You know, like
Especially from the company, like
The
Nintendo or like
official.
Sony.
If you get some official press shit and you open it, it's nothing fresher than that. And then the last but not the fucking least.
Can't wait to hear this drum roll.
Fresh pair of kicks.
Oh shit, fresh pair of kicks. That's a good
And they're all
smell, too.
distinct. Like, don't get me wrong. Some kicks, some boxes, like a Puma box, will probably, obviously you smell fucking different than a Jordan box.
Or a pair of Converse.
Or a fucking pair of Chucks or some Adidas. But they're all gonna be like, yo, this is a fresh pair of kicks.
I get more hyped for
You know?
Nintendo. I'm not gonna lie.
But you know what I mean?
Kicks,
They're all very like
very distinct.
on that
of their
line
own,
where you're just
very
like,
unique.
no, I know I paid for some good shit, you know, and I'm satisfied with this. And that was back to the main point. That was the sick shit about a CD. You know, like, I found this album because you couldn't order it, mate. You couldn't order it. There's no possibility. And even if you knew someone with a credit, there was no such thing as asking someone, yo, man, you got an eBay account? Can you order this for me? Like,
Nope.
no. That's fucking that was irrelevant at the time. That was fucking irrelevant. And if you did order, there was like, you were afraid of shipping costs. You had to be a fucking grown-ass man to order shit off. You had to mail order. Who the fuck wants to mail order anything? You know, like, what the fuck? I mean, there were people who did it. That was the thing. You had, like, CD kind of promotionals where they would send you, like, these little booklets, like, in the mail with, like, all these album catalogs, and you could circle a CD. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. You can get, like...
You could subscribe.
You get 12
like,
CDs for, like, a penny each.
You get, like, exactly. There was that, but who the fuck did that? My brother probably did that, like,
My mom
once.
did this shit.
My brother did it once, and he didn't do it after a while, because I'm sure
Because they screw you. After that, they want you to do it and pay the full price.
They fuck you, so it's like...
We did it once, and that's it. And then you got, like, fucking 12 of the baddest CDs you can find. I remember I got, like, a Pantera CD like that once. Revolution. By the way, I gotta pee. Let's do a song, and we're gonna do some music. You still down for some? Oh, shit, we're up all night. We're gonna do this. Here's a song from Willie Mess. And we'll be back, folks. Shouts out to the homie, brother. This is Polish Up. We'll see you guys here in a second. Up all night.
You want this shit, what would you do to get it? I just started seeing life through a new perspective. Looking back to 11, this ain't what you expected. The shooting grew and now it's gruesome when the truth is stepping. I don't find amusement in misuse of influence. Don't try and sign me for my music unless you've been through it. You can find me in the fluid that's dark as the heart I hate with. I don't fuck with fake shit. Busting at them coppers through the track, I hope they play this. Banging out the speakers to some Zay shit. Laying down the ether for every snake. It's amazing how they waiting for a fail that I ain't gave them. I forgave them, but it's cool cause they forsaken. Hey, and they ain't popping, they forgotten. Able to mix with vodka. Trillin' Tide gon' kill the time while we creating monsters. A mobster, you see the fit. Ask if I'm the best and they say yes or they gon' plead the fifth. Yeah, shit. I bet you wonder how I got this sick. High ambitions, with a way higher tolerance. Times that I thought I'd call it quits. Now they giving acknowledgement. Polishing up as autumn hit. Getting top on my bottom, bitch. Dog, it ain't no way these spitters fucking with me. My hustle is up with Nipsey's. Eat with those that's thugging with me. Bleeding on the beat till it's nothing in me. Blood in my eyes, dog, and I can't see. Man, what's up to 50? From Queens to Long Island, they gon' feel this. From Del Mar to the Funk, they gon' feel this. They shouldn't have let me in the building, cause now it ain't got no ceiling. Feel like a meal, but I'm drilling for a trill, yeah. It's trilly, they don't know how to act now. See me for my status, seem to forget about my background. Now I'm the cash cow, I was a shadow in the background. Have no fear, I'm here, but how the fuck y'all supposed to last now? The game need me, I paint easy, my pain greedy. In my lane speeding, you can't reach me, I mean it, dog. They don't understand cause they don't dream it all. I fuck this shit out my bitch, then I smoke and let her sleep it off. Yeah. One take. S.
What up? We're up all night.
Hey, what's up, everybody? We're back. That was Polished Up by the homie Willie Mess. He's always here. Good guest, man. That guy's awesome. I like having him here. He's always a lot of fun, and dude's real. And, you know, there's a lot of artists that you see, that, you know, they're assholes in person. This guy's actually really fucking awesome. Like, he's one of the coolest people you'll ever meet. Real down to earth. Hopefully we have him in sometime this week. Sometimes before the New Year's, or maybe on the New Year's. By the way, before we get any further, I wanted to give a shout out to She goes by different names. Kyra, she makes she makes a lot of different she makes anything from purses to t-shirts to bracelets. She makes a lot of different things, a lot of things for girls. But if you're a guy like me, and I like to always buy shirts, I'm always up for like some type of new shirt, especially if it's made by someone that's cool. Like this girl, yeah, she makes some cool, really badass designs on these shirts, and some of these are handmade.
Pretty nice.
Each one's unique, but this design here, I think she might have a couple more, but you guys should check it out. She has so many badass shirts. I always like to check out the page. Oh, it's definitely badass. It fits so comfortable.
Said Kyra.
Kyra, the link, if you guys want the link is it's of course www.ecstasy.com/shop/zing1s.
Etsy, by the way, he meant Etsy.
Etsy, yeah, you're right. Etsy. That's
Etsy shop.
Etsy, ESTSY.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I think most people know what Etsy is, but what's the shop name?
It's
Etsy's pretty popular. It's a popular platform.
It's shop/XINGONES, and
Links below, by the way, too.
and it's actually the first link.
If
Go
you didn't
check it
understand
out.
our drunk asses, the links are definitely below.
It's actually the first link. Go check out a lot of her work. She has a lot of cool shit on sale.
Fuck.
Dude, every time she has a new shirt, I always like to go check it out.
I thought it was
and
a
buy
band
some.
shirt at first, and then you turn around, it does look custom too. Cheers to that, man.
Yeah, she's really badass. She's actually she's from Dallas, so I always like to represent a little, show a little love to and support the Dallas art.
Southern support.
I always buy her shirts, but oh, he's trying to call. You gotta call the hotline, brother.
What was that? Oh boy.
Oh boy.
What's he doing?
I don't know.
Freestyle session?
You were trying to get him in here?
I don't give a damn. I haven't seen him in a minute, man. It'd be nice to see him. We got two watching. Who's watching, no? Nobody's on chat, but we know. It's your boy Jay Custer. Anyway. So,
but anyways, yeah. Shouts out to you guys.
Thanks for sticking around, and if you've made it this far, even if you haven't been live and like you watched after the fact, you're the shit.
Hey, brother, if you come by, if you're trying to call, I'm not sure if he's listening to the show.
Are you watching KV? No, he's probably calling from like coming from work. That's why he's doing that, dude.
If he's watching his show, though, he.
What up, folks? Oh man, what about Loops in the background? Oh, what's up?
You know what? Well, he does some of this. I'm gonna attempt to do something on my own.
All right, so this is some like tribal kind of sound of stuff you hear. That's a main piece right there.
If you want to adjust it, move it closer to you while you're over there. If you want, if you can. Now we're gonna branch off and I was over here gonna do some gaming. I was gonna
again for those of you who didn't hear earlier. This is just gonna be me bullshitting, and then as the title implies, Mars gonna be doing some matches here on Smash 4. I might even commentate here and there, but right now you're gonna hear me. All this stuff is entitled "Fresh Off the Boat," cooked it today. Just loops here and there. Enjoy it. Thanks for watching. And yes, that will be me on guitar.
Yeah, my bad. I was over here texting fucking KV. Fucking bring your ass over and bring some beer, motherfucker. Is it still early enough? Motherfucker. I'm just talking.
Cheese, motherfucker.
Bring some cheese too, man. We got some cheese fanatics in the house. Sweet sounds of Nex. Y'all listen to this. UpAllNight. Might be
Change the SD card, but yeah, bullshit. Just bullshit.
That was the sounds of Next. He's in here. Most of this was all new too, and everything he was playing was off the guitar. If you guys didn't know, he plays guitar as well as make beats. What do you mean? What would you consider? You kind of just make like music tapes, kind of like. What would you consider it really? Because I've never really tried to label it. I just made.
Yeah,
things.
no, I understand. I don't know. Same way, the way you say it, like I just make beats, and I would definitely want to consider myself a producer yet. I produce music, but I'm not like knowledgeable enough to tell someone that, you know, there's a difference between calling yourself a professional and then
For sure.
yeah. But I definitely do I make things, man, just like you do. And as I mentioned earlier, you know, you can just be. I'm like every other fucker with a job, but just picked up a different set of tools and thought about it differently.
Have a little more free time on certain aspects, and you use that free time and use it towards certain things.
Oh, you beat the Diddy? Did you beat the Marth?
I did.
Good stuff.
I dunked him in the first round.
What? That is always. What did Victor say?
I don't know. I told him to come by. He said he's watching. Shouts out to the crazy Vic
Then
for
why
watching.
did he call? What is he calling
Stuff.
for?
I love his stuff. That he's just.
Victor,
he's
where
just
you
playing
at?
it. Hey, he says he likes what he heard.
Thank you,
hey,
Victor.
shouts out to KV. He's watching.
Victor.
What's up, homie? Come through. Come hang out with us.
Victor.
Victor. Victor. Yeah, it's crazy Vic, man. We're talking about you earlier in the show, but come through if you want, man.
KV.
We're in here. He said he'll drop
Playing
some
some
beats for you to
games.
freestyle.
Did you you just did play a game, right? That was fucked up. You said you dunked on a motherfucker.
Dunked on some fuckers. My special. Oh, drunk ass over here bragging. Yeah, I dunked on a fucker or two. I dunked on a couple kids.
Yeah, you know I've dunked on those kids before.
You know those kiddos. I brag about that shit. I really do. No, not really. Actually, I kind of did. I did brag about that. Yeah. It wasn't in a braggadocious way. It was more of a. I was just stating the fact that I do dunk people from time to time. Anyways, on another note, though.
Sometimes you gotta dunk.
Are you gonna play some more for us? You got something else in the chamber for us? A couple
I'm gonna play some,
other rounds.
some of the stuff that I had last time, but I want to reiterate because none of this is released, so some of it may be new to other people. But
Yeah, you played some last time, and you had a minor problem happen.
well, that's what I played earlier. I actually had a better time, but trying to find the right data. That's something else. That's something else completely. That sounded nice too, but that's nothing.
That sounded pretty cool.
Yeah, that's some spacey stuff.
Hey, Crazy Vic, you gonna come through? He has some. He probably made something off the cuff right now, and
I probably could too, just
Just-
Victor, just to bullshit on me.
Victor.
I have other loops too, but KV is in the chat right now, probably sitting on his ass eating wings.
From his job.
There we go. So we have those 4 that I had last time. But what did KV say? Nothing. Not a damn thing. And he called like
he's either on the way or he's
Why didn't you call him back?
avoid it. Cause we're
We'll
on the
do
show.
we'll do a beat right now, and we'll see where KV's at.
You want to do it? Yeah, yeah.
I'm about to go into this little set, this mini set
may
that
go
I've
into
been
another
working
game?
on that I've played for you guys, and we'll do this.
Should I go into another game?
It's up to you.
Yeah, I can. It's more of a background visual for the music, and I feel like it's fun to have both, I guess. Well, let's see how that goes, and if you guys hate it, let us know. And if you guys,
say?
not a damn thing. No one's really talking. I could get another chat going, but it'd probably be less likely involved. Oh shit.
There we go.
All right. Yeah, you want? Maybe you can get that other mic right across from you. Just pull it towards you so you can talk into it.
I'll be fine. I won't talk too much, but here we go.
I usually cut them both off because sometimes the phone blows up. But yeah, up all night, folks. A little live sesh here with Nex, and he's doing this just off the cuff.
Up all night. Thanks for watching. Here we go. Watch out for that guitar. Yeah, you can put that down here. That's his anyway. We got KV joining us. The mic is on right now. I think his mic is on too. But we're going to take a little break here. I'm going to play this background beat. Huh? Yeah, it's fine. I'm not using it anymore. I might put it back there.
Damn, I love that fucking.
It was crazy, right? It was getting weird. Yeah. I just built that today too. I cooked that. It was just some rando. But yeah, my bad. But the audience is not big of an audience right now. I'm just letting people know we got KV here finally. We didn't think he'd come. I didn't think he'd come. I thought I was gonna stick around for like another couple of minutes and be like, well, if KV's gonna bail, then you know that's just gonna be the demotivator. I'm just kidding, dude.
Oh shit, we're back.
Yeah, I was just holding off. I played the last beat I was playing earlier in the background right now as KV stepped into the room. We're trying to get his mics adjusted. I will actually be right back.
Hello. You better chill your ass over there. What's going on there? What's going on there? Crazy Vic.
Just
KV came through. He went from the chat lines to right here in the room.
Man, I love that. I love those instrumentals, dude.
Wasn't he killing it?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
He was fucking killing it.
Hell yeah, dude.
What's going on? What the fuck you got out of work, old crusty ass? You smell like fucking wings coming. I had to kind of roast your ass a little bit. It was just cool seeing you.
Hell yeah, I just wanted to see what you guys are up to.
Well, you're looking at it, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You just came in, just bombarded our fucking little sesh we had. I was playing video games.
Oh, man.
I was fucking killing it right now. And he was over there killing it on the 404. And yeah, you just came in right in the middle of the mix up, man. You either got to mix in or Get the fuck out, man. You gonna mix in or what? What's up?
Yeah, I'm down.
Do we want to restart the set?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Except now we have a vocalist. I
Yeah,
play.
yeah.
I do the visuals. You do the beats. He does the.
Is KV on our level though? He's like not even. I'm fucked up. I'm not even fucked up, but I'm good.
You want a couple shots of Jameson? That's
Yeah.
what I can offer you.
Actually, I'd like another bottle though, cause now that I got him here, dude.
I got a couple more, dude.
Yeah, I'm down.
Oh shit, are you
You can-
are
you
you
can-
through?
Yeah, I'm down.
I mean, I can, but I only got a couple more bottles. I don't know.
No, that's cool.
I didn't intend for everyone to come by, and
That's true. I should have got some beer. Some beer.
I got those
some
shots of Jameson.
Yeah, it's cool.
You can do some jobs. You get
Yeah.
it's like a skyrocket. We could do a couple more songs. You wanna? We could do a visual and we'll play. We'll. Yeah, while we do that, I'll bring you a brew. I'll set you up a couple shots, and you can jump in the mix whatever
yeah.
he's playing. And I'm gonna just play some visuals.
Cause I love those beats that he was coming up with right now.
Are they sweet?
Like, yeah.
Let's get you live real quick. Let's take a little break. You down? Yeah, let's take a little just a little hangout break for a second. I'll set you up with something.
Hell yeah, dude.
We're here at the Up All Night show. We have KV here.
Always down to kick it.
Hey, thanks for the Powerade. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, I told you to mix it up a little bit. I told you I was gonna give it.
Sponsored by yours truly.
If anything, it was sponsored by your man Mars here. All this shit's sponsored by me. They might have they might be the producers, but I'm the supplier. I'm the one who went out to that store and bought that shit. Here's like a triple shot, but take your time, sip it. Don't drink it all at once.
Yeah, dude.
Actually, it's not even a triple shot. It's actually like a baby shot. Like, but
Yeah.
take a sip.
I'll probably
Sip
disobey
it.
those rules and just like.
No, you're not.
No, I'm
You're not
just
gonna
like-
disobey nothing.
Nah,
yet.
I'm just playing.
You're gonna do the right thing all the time. Here, I'm gonna give you a trash can because of the look. Actually, go reach in that. The look on your face.
That's
you gave me.
is that the last year KV coming through the?
You gave.
Oh
You
damn.
gave me the same look you gave me last time, and you know what? Last time you ate before you came off work. Did you do it again?
No. Cause you.
Wait, did he puke again?
No.
Is there another- is there
Cause you know
another-
what that last time was? I ate some wings before I came.
From work.
Yeah.
I know that's what I'm asking.
And
Did
that
you
shit.
eat-
No. Like.
So there was
those-
another incident. I don't even know about this.
There's a show we did like
Yeah.
100 shows back or something. No, it's probably like 30 shows down. And like he came in and he was ready to freestyle. He took a couple shots, but he just got off work, so he just ate. So once he
So
took
this
that
is second
shot,
season?
that was season 1.
No, yeah, I remember.
He done his season 2. He's probably done his season 2 already too. That bastard. He's infamous for doing. He's done it the most times. He's, if you do, there's a trash can in there. I hope
I'm fine right now.
don't puke
like,
on there any of this shit. There's a lot of equipment around you.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine right now.
I love you, KB, but
if we do Up
goddamn
All
it,
Night like tomorrow or Saturday or Sunday, I'll definitely bring a case.
dude. Sunday,
Yeah, Rishi and
I'm
I'll
off
probably
Saturday.
come by
dude.
if you're
Sunday,
down.
my brother's coming by too.
Oh, shit,
I mean,
that's
he's getting
cool.
Big Lou. He might do some like live trivia.
You think
Oh,
he'll
yeah?
do it though?
Fuck yeah, he's coming by. He's gonna stay the night. He's gonna come by. He's gonna do a whole show the whole night.
Yeah, it is Christmas
I might
Eve,
have
right?
Cool Cardo in. I might have my little
It
sister.
is.
I might
Damn,
have
cool
Christmas,
Carlo.
Cool Carlos.
Yeah.
I might have Cool I might have Cool Carlos in here.
Carlos.
I might have Cool Carlos in here. But that night in particular is just gonna be a night where we're just gonna be here at the house drinking all day,
Damn.
all fucking day.
On
So if you guys-
Saturday I'm off.
Saturday, Sunday,
Night.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we're gonna be fucking drinking. So I gotta
Oh,
buy
yeah, dude.
like 2 cases too.
Yeah,
And-
I like forgot that it was fucking Christmas stuff.
I forgot too. We were only being festive because it's like, you guys are off. Oh hell yeah, let's fucking come together and let's celebrate. The fact that we can come together as a family and spend it, because fucking the corporations have us like they're taking all your time and your time. It's like,
Right.
let's come together as a family for
Man,
once.
fucking, I'm calling in on Sunday. Shit.
Don't fucking do it. You're gonna be like, Victor, you're
Do you need
fired."
one right now?
Huh?
Hey, pass me. Damn, I don't have a 18-pack case or something. I need another beer case. I have one right here. I can start putting those, take them out your way. Just because
You were working on beats all night?
No, during the day, yeah, I built some loops. Like,
Oh, yeah?
I'll show you some in a little bit. Yeah, I know you could fucking spit over a lot of these. But
we gotta get him on that level. Let's keep Vic
Yeah,
hyped.
I kind of want to. I kind of want to do it like in the slow tempo, Mel. You know, just like.
well, what I've got's what I've got.
Yeah,
That's all
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying.
You get what you get, bro.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
still get-
Yeah, I mean, I can
Please,
build
get what I
something.
got.
I can build something, but I've worked with so many. This is the thing about people who rap. I rap too. Don't get me wrong. But I mean,
Sounded
you,
angry.
when you build something, like there's what you've got, and then there's also like you can go at a slow tempo. Basically, when I can build something, but you would just be sitting there waiting. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And like that's never fun. When I'm like, when I listen to someone and
true.
what they want to do, I'll definitely do it for them and experiment, and we'll try to get the best to get out of it.
Right, right.
But when you're just having a session, you're having a session because
that-
it's a lengthy process. It's something that like you put some time into, and like
And not only that, I feel like sometimes it's just like it is. He's right. It's a lengthy process and it takes time. And no one right now. It's like we're on a show. We're kind of live. It's better to just supply him with the entertainment. If you don't have it ready, there's no point in trying to get it ready live because it's kind of like a. Some
but
people
the beats
do.
that I got though, no doubt, the beats that I got are not they're relatively walking pace. They're actually good. They're 82 BPM, so it's no faster than. It's not like that. It's slower than that. It's 82. It's really good. All of them are the same. So basically, look, I got a row of beats. Sorry for getting too close. I've been good about that. I got a little close. I usually distort the mic more than often, but this night I've been pretty good about it. Even though I've like talked a lot. We've talked a lot tonight, dude. Anyway,
It's been a fun night. It's been a fun talkative night.
but basically, I got 4 beats set up, and all 4, even as you fade out of one, it's gonna be in the same tempo as the last one. They're all in the same tempo. They're not the same style. Some can be dark, some can be more like motivational and positive sounding. As some, basically, there are 2 raw beats like that are like pretty visceral, and then there are 2 beats that are more chill. But they're all at the same BPM, meaning like you're not gonna change the pace of your walking. Basically, you know what I'm saying? It's like being on a treadmill at one good slow speed. Damn, look at Vic. Vic just out of nowhere, I see his face. And then like Mars even knew it. Mars is like,
No, dog.
I got the infamous,
I'm
the
good right now.
notorious, the always safe trash can.
Yeah. The throw up trash can right here. Yeah.
Yeah, don't take shots if you know you're feeling a little funny.
No, it's just sometimes it's like because I haven't took a shot in a long time.
Yeah,
So-
so slow down. Take your time.
Yeah.
Just take a sip.
Yeah, I'm
You're
trying to
tr-
get fucked.
You're nervous. Just relax.
Yeah.
Just relax. No pressure on you.
Yo.
We're having fun, dude. No pressure. No, no pressure on you. And
Alright.
I can't even do my own shit. Where is it? But we're probably gonna do a song here real quick for everyone. Here's one from your boy. Did I say that too loud? I almost blew out my own speakers. Here's a new one from your boy. And we'll be back here on Up All Night. We'll be ready when you guys see us again. And everyone will be comfortable. I guess we'll be chilling to the nice sounds of Rishi. We'll be back Up All Night.
Bluebell cups with the swirl. I ain't even bust, slid up the world. Introduce myself like my name is Earl. Night Carly's just a damn girl. Like, okay, that's a lot to take. And then we take out. Damn your beauty and your booty. Make me wanna sit down, set my drink down. It's a discount when we get to talking. I mean, it happens, but it doesn't happen often. And I'm not just this, I know now. Butterflies on my stomach, watch a roll bounce. So we making night at my house. On my face getting geeked out. She want me to take off her blouse. Damn, I like the view. It's a bad bitch. She got tattoos. You my type of cool. I think it's wild. I think I like you. Damn, I like the view. It's a bad bitch. She got tattoos. You my type of cool.
I scared the shit out.
I scared myself.
Up all night. Holy shit. What's up? What's up, everybody? We're still here
Hello,
live.
world. Hello, internet.
He did scare himself because I seen the look on his face. He scared the shit out of
like,
himself.
what the hell did I just do?
You don't know the sound you make? You made that fucking horrific, like almost a raptor sound. Like, if like dinosaur
I
raptors could
caught
talk.
myself off guard. That was cool. I go, ah.
And he looked like he was shocked. He was shocked because it caught him off guard because I put him live. But
because the mics were muted and this some bitch just goes. He just kill switch on, fucking Like,
I didn't think you were gonna do that. Because I was doing it right
nor
when he
did
said
I.
it.
I was being stupid as me and I paid for it.
You paid for it. Good way of putting it. We're still live, folks. How you doing?
We're
here
up
with
all night.
KV
Literally.
showed up to hang out.
What's up, you guys?
Still here with the homie Nex, and he's pretty lit, and so am I. KV's like for the first time, he's the normal one.
No,
usually people ask me,
But he's
what's
leveling out.
wrong
He's
with that one guy? People ask me about you, and I have to say, no, he's just really
that right
hyped.
there is Crazy Vic.
No, see,
like a
see
newsletter.
that,
Can you tell us, John, what's wrong with this fella named KV?
What is wrong with this fellow in glasses?
No, you see, sometimes, like there's two different sides. Like, sometimes I come in all pumped, and then sometimes I just like...
You're mellow as fuck.
Yeah.
No, it's because before you came in right off work. You probably had a drink, you snuck one, and you come in hyped. Or you come in and you smoked in your car alone, and then you probably like...
That's true. No,
it's always different.
It changes, though, because I'm not... I mean, we all can agree that the mood fluctuates. Like, me personally, obviously I'm not in the same mood that I was when I got here. As he mentioned,
He's pumped.
as he mentioned, he paralleled what I... And it's not that I wasn't pumped, but, you know, the expression is different. Because, as he said, I was in my room before I got here. Very briefly, I just loaded a bowl the same way we have one here of some tobacco product.
Allegedly.
And, you know, I relaxed.
Yeah, I smoked tobacco all day today.
And then I came here with a good sensation in my brain.
Cigarettes all day.
And I was a lot more quaint. And then as the night progressed and I had some beverage here, some alcoholic beverage, which is legal in the States, and I am 21 years of age. Head ass!
Older.
Anyways, the shit does change, man. But
it fucks with the chemistry, and like when it does, I think it does something to the chemistry that makes you act like somebody you really wouldn't. But sometimes you need that in order to get because sometimes I'm very shy to myself, and I wouldn't.
Well, yeah,
say
like
things,
we just had a whole podcast about that too, about like how some people don't know what to do in front of the camera during a podcast, you know, and like what you're mentioning is true. Like we all split personalities are real. Everybody has different. I wouldn't even say like it's got a negative connotation to say that everybody puts on a different front, but that's really what it is. And it's not like a bad front. It's more like, nah, I'm in front of a camera. How do I want to represent myself right now? Or what the fuck do I want to say? But don't get me wrong, though. Some people aren't like that. And I think, personally speaking, now that you hear too, there's, like he said, maybe there's two parts of KV. At least if there are two parts of him, since he's the man saying it, I personally believe that one of those parts is the opposite of what I just mentioned, where he doesn't give a shit in front of what's in front of the camera, or that he's on a camera and he just goes off.
He's just himself,
you know. And like, that's good though, because if he can manifest that in the freestyle, like
it's almost
I know what that feels like. You know, I try to do it on guitar or any performance, or I freestyle when I did freestyle. I'm not saying I retired or anything, but I do. Basically, I was more motivated about freestyling back then. Like I'm not as much now because I don't know. I'm not gonna say I don't have much to say because I'm obviously talking right now. It's more like I like fucking my fingers nowadays, you know, and like doing intricate
and working with
things,
something rather than just
shit,
talking.
You know, and then hyping other people, like listening to someone just go off, and I'm like, wait,
and
this guy's going
into
into crazy. Yeah, I'm like, he's going into some fucking insane lines. This guy's going into some shit. I don't even know where he's going. Dude, I'm about to lead him into some other shit. You know, it's like it's just it's a back and forth.
Dude, what you were saying kind of had me thinking about something. It had me thinking, what it does, it almost numbs the sensory of everything else around you,
definitely.
And you just kind of focus. You rather than think about the outside, because what
you
I'm
got a nimbus.
I'm a thinker. I'm always constantly thinking about not only what I'm doing, but other people and how everything's going on. But when I numb the senses, I can focus more on just myself and not care, and just be more of yourself rather than have to worry about everyone else's output or input. You're just like, This is what I'm doing. There's no longer a filter, and I think that's what alcohol kind of does for me, and it allows me to do that. And you guys are kind of you guys are very to yourself. You're very to yourself, and when I see you guys with alcohol, I could see your inner you come out and just really flourish more than ever. And I think that's what I admire. I kind of advocate like a little drinking of alcohol, just a little bit enough to get that.
Of anything,
that
like you don't have to be a drinker. Like weed does that to people too. You know,
that too, absolutely. It could. It's different for everyone.
It definitely.
Everyone has a different chemistry that makes them.
And it's just a matter of like the environment too, because that's not to mention like both those things definitely help alleviate. But I'm gonna have to like. I'm gonna have to counter that and also say that it also depends on who you're with. Let's say you can be as sober as a whistle and be around the right people and still, you know, go all out, just be ape shit. It's just a matter of how serious people are taking it. If there's too many egos in the room, if there's too many people trying to check each other, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
then no one's gonna be comfortable.
That's always a factor.
But if everyone's having a good time and they actually just they can shoot the shit and actually like treat each other human, being like, nah, man, that was hoe. Like, man, you sound like a hoe, or like that, you know, like just be comfortable enough to where like you know that the threshold's not gonna take anyone to a serious level. They're not gonna be like, my character is being assassinated, you know?
Are you making fun of my persona?
And no one really like.
I use the same voice.
And that's the cool thing, and that's like where I'm getting at. Where like, that's the cool thing about a podcast, and this one in particular is that I have had that with a lot of people, like Vic and Rishi and William Mass, like where you can just sit down and you just start throwing down on shit, and they just start. It's a mutual exchange, and as much as you said, what you said is very true. You do get in your own zone and you forget about what's around you and what's going on, and even what someone else is doing. As long you do forget that, but there is still a part of you subconsciously that goes with the rhythm of things. So, again, like I mentioned earlier about "Open Shut," the song, duality.
Yeah.
Had it not been for my beat or the beat in the background, the MC wouldn't be sitting there spitting his heart out and being like, "What the fuck," you know? Vice versa. Had it not been for, you know, the MC like motivating me to do beats in different quantization,
True,
like
you do.
I wouldn't think of those sequences in my head. I wouldn't be like, how would I spit to this? You know, because I have to think of that when I make a beat.
Because you can't do it you can't do it while you're creating efficiently. You can't do both 100%.
Exactly. I can make a linear beat that somebody can spit over, but it won't have a swing and a groove. I have to sit there and keep.
And hear somebody actually working to it. Somebody that thinks parallel to your brain.
Trial in there, and I have to test them. I have to throw them out there in the real world or with people that I know personally.
It's just like comedy. I was hearing somebody like Joe Rogan talking about comedy. It's like it works.
Jokes and
it works better when in front of a crowd because you can predict how it's gonna sound and how you would do it, but you don't know how other people are gonna relate to it.
Real life experience. Yeah.
You have to have that, and that works with it's supposed to be songwriting and comedy.
And that's the beauty
everything.
of it to me. That's really the beauty of it. If you don't embrace that, then you're really gonna have trouble appreciating art because. I embrace the fact that it's not about what that person's gonna say on my beat.
It's just how they said it and how they expressed it to the certain
if they're
sound.
delivering it and it's on time and they're comfortable enough to deliver like fluently, like basically. I'm glad this is on like live right now too, because this is like I do think a lot about this when I'm making beats, and this is one of my philosophies about it. Now that I can word it, it makes sense. Basically, if my beats can make the MC sound like they're having a conversation with you, then I've done my job. Because in essence, that's what a hip-hop or rap or whatever you want to call it song is. When somebody's spitting, they're telling you either a story or they're talking about something. It's a conversation. It can't just be random words and dick measuring. It's straight up about, I'm going to tell you something. It may be like, yo, I'm the shit. I'm gonna tell you right now, like, don't fuck with me. Or it can be like, nah, my crew's the shit. Or
maybe even highlighting.
Or I love life. Or somebody could be rapping about it can be anything, but as long as it has that tone of conversation.
Or highlighting a setting.
As long as it has a meaning to it.
That and like.
Or maybe highlighting the setting of what he means.
It goes beyond any of that. It's gonna have meaning. It goes beyond any of that. What I'm trying to say is, at the end of it, if I'm hearing it as... Or if the rest of the audience can hear it as a conversation, like I just got told something, you know, not I just got told something interesting, like I heard something, you know. And I'm not saying when you hear somebody when I'm on a beat and someone's rapping, I want it to be some lecture. I didn't say that. What I'm saying is the song is a conversation, and I like when basically that's the beauty of it. The randomness is that I can throw my beat out to someone, and if I hear them flowing so good to it, or to a point where I can. They're starting to talk about something. They're starting slowly but surely. At first they're not gonna do it off the bat because you have to come into it. But slowly but surely, on my beats, they start talking about it, and they start to refine context within my beat, and that's important to me because it's like it's basically this is what it's telling me. my beats sound sophisticated, or what I did sounds sophisticated and passionate enough for them to want to build a story on top of. That's important.
I would definitely love to hear, like.
But that's what I'm saying.
You're
Like,
absolutely
that's
right.
how I approach at least me.
That's
And
a good way to
important.
approach it
it's
too.
It's important because you can't just half-ass a beat and be like, nah, like this shit sounds dope, and it might sound dope, but it may not fit with the scheme of things, and like, it's it's fun. And like, but back to what you said too, like what Rogo was saying, it's really good to get that real world experience and put it there. You know, you won't find out what those feelings are like and like embracing it until you throw it out there and have someone actually murder your shit. Like, murder my beat. Go ahead. Like, fucking spit. That's why I made it. You know, like.
You know what? That's how I feel about the show too. I feel like
because if I'm not doing it over my own beat, then someone's got to do it over mine. You know, because that's.
And I want to hear it too.
Yeah,
I'd like to
exactly.
hear how they feel and how they react to it, or the sounds.
I
Did
love
they
this
react the
song, by
same way?
Like the original, I love this song. I know it's a loop, but
Dope show.
dude, I grew up with so much. We had a conversation about that. About
Manson earlier. Manson, dude.
The
he had-
satanic panic.
dude.
real.
I was in a little disagreement, but they were supposedly. They said this guy, what's his Lil Uzi Vert was supposedly like he was like hip hop's answer to Marilyn Manson, and then like to me I was like, that's so stupid. Like, don't ever answer to Marilyn. That's such a joke.
I know what you mean. I agree with you 1000%. If you grew up listening to music like Manson, you'll hear a statement like that and you just kind of like, I just laugh. Just, what?
How can you just put yourself on a level just because?
And those are two different levels.
And I hate how people
Entirely.
how
And
people
like
get
Manson
together.
was around in a time like
And they
Manson was pre-internet.
And people hated him.
Manson
Like
was
people didn't.
pre-internet. Manson was just remember that though. Manson was pre-internet, as we're like an artist with all due respect to anybody like Uzi or anybody that's big right now.
Yeah.
Y'all earned it. Don't get me wrong, but a lot of
I
those
agree.
sales came from the internet. But this was before that, so there was more edginess to it. You know what I mean? Like this dude was a real.
He was doing this shit live
This
in
dude
front
was
of people before it was acceptable.
And he was a real problem in people's houses. He scared just about every fucking person out there that wasn't like into his shit.
There was a quote before. He was the issue before, like shit, like the issues we have now. That was the issue we had in the '90s. You like your parents finding out you listen to Marilyn Manson. You had like people got upset.
You paint your nails.
Your
Yeah,
mom, you're like the school. Everyone got upset. That was the problem then.
Panic, dude.
It's just like
The satanic
It's a
panic. Way of putting
Yeah,
it.
it is what it's called. That's what it's like. It's a
Like-
term for it. I
like,
just
'cause
found out about it recently.
Wow, I didn't know.
That's what
That's,
it's
a good
called.
way of
I used to be
Satanic
listening to like old rock and roll, like in my room, dude. Like my mom, she listens to it though, but my grandma, man,
She would flip.
yeah, she would flip on it because
My grandma would always get
Yeah,
mad and tell my
it-
mom I was cussing,
it
singing
had
these
too
songs.
much profanity in there. That's why. That's why.
But that was the issue of our generation.
Just like
this
Eminem,
generation is just
like-
people getting shot, and it's fucking horrible.
It is
Like I
terrible.
tell you, like
We need to
one
stop fucking using too much fucking guns for dumb shit.
We need to get back to that.
One,
What? He said what? He said cock in his song? Go ahead, what you're saying. Go ahead. I'm
One,
sorry.
Right? I'd much rather have that.
Yeah. Let's hear some more cock jokes. Go ahead.
oh hell no, hell no, hell no.
Why not? You don't want a big fucking
Nah,
veiny
nah.
dick joke?
Hey, I know.
Just joking.
Damn, dude. Nah, cause I know Frank got me on some shit like that last time, man.
Nah, I don't think Mars is gonna show you. Mars was about to show you, but I don't think he showed you. He dropped some. You're
Nah.
lucky he dropped some. He's about to show
The
you.
universe said, no, not now. Here's your shit on the floor. Now go ahead. I'm sorry.
Nah, man.
I was listening to it, but I just...
I got an Eminem CD for Christmas, man.
Yeah, dude. Surprisingly, my first Dirty album was a fucking Limp Bizkit album, dude. It was Hot Dog. What is it? Hot Dog
Keep
Flavor
on
Water.
rolling,
Dude,
baby.
really?
I'm
that was
sorry.
your that was your first
I got
cussing
it.
word CD?
I got it censored, and like I got it censored, and then I was like, I realized what I got, and then I had to get it uncut.
How
I
fucking
had
cool,
both
dude. I would have
versions.
never taken that for your first CD.
That was my first cut.
Kid, what
no, my
about
first
Kid
CD
Rock?
before that. My first CD wasn't that. My
You
first
go
CD
next.
was an AC/DC live album.
Your first explicit
But
CD.
explicit was Limp Bizkit. A Limp Bizkit.
Limp
album, that
Bizkit,
one.
Hot Dog
Yeah,
flavored water.
flavored water.
Chocolate starfish and hot dog flavor water.
There we
was,
go. I knew there was something
What,
starfish.
what
in
about
there.
What was your first CD?
what,
KB?
my first CD
explicit CD?
was Eminem Curtain Call.
Curtain Call? You're late. Mine was Slim Shady.
Actually, I did
No,
own
Slim
Slim
Shady-
Shady.
Slim
Was
Shady
it
LP.
Marshall Mathers or I
Yeah.
think it was Slim Shady?
I had Slim Shady LP first, and it was
wasn't mine,
explicit.
but I did have my sister's. Before that album, I did have that.
Slim
too.
Shady
But
and
it was
Marshall
hers.
Mathers.
Those-
are
those
the
two-
I had.
those
Those were
two
the
I had
went
shit.
Slim
badass,
Shady.
yeah.
I had Slim Shady. That was a dirty ass album.
Marshall Mathers was pretty sick too.
Slim Shady.
I'm just a
Brain
regular
dead
guy.
like Brain Brady. Matey, you little like that Kim lady.
I'm buzzing. Dirty dozen.
Naughty riding rhymer.
Cursing at you plays like a Merc Shotaham.
Your boy Shotcom or something like that.
Yeah.
Marshall Mathers. My first explicit CD.
And then the first CD that I bought that I was like basically one of my most. There's a lot of memories, but I'll just say for the record right now, my most distinct memory of buying a CD that I always like. I wouldn't even say there's 2 albums that I can say that I really, really like. Never. I wouldn't even say regret. Basically, that was like just the highlight. That better word.
Shit, my
There were the highlights, and I can't think of a top 3. I have 2 right now off the top of my head, and that I bought and when like with my own money, and like I was surprised. One of them I was surprised that the clerk sold me because. You had to fuck with young clerks. Like when you went to Sam Goody, if you got an explicit album, because I looked young, I looked baby fat. I was a little skinny kid, you know. I didn't even look like I listened to metal, and I was trying to buy metal albums. You know, I just looked like a jock. I looked like a little kid who liked skateboarding.
People
videos.
think you look tall online too.
You know, that's funny as hell. I'm like the average as fuck, but
he's shorter than me. Actually,
yeah, no, I think you're.
I'm like
shorter than
5'5". Who's taller?
I'm 5'7".
Really? No shit. We're gonna find out here in a second after you're done. We're gonna both stand up. He'll determine it.
I think Vic's taller than us though.
He is.
Let's
all stand up here. Let's all stand up. Fuck it. Let's find out.
I'm 5'8" right now. Yeah.
5'8". Fuck
probably
you.
5'9".
That don't mean shit.
Wow, Mars really wants to know right
Let's
now.
find out.
He's hold on. We're conflicted on Up All Night here on Height.
We're about to find out who's taller. Hey, how about we stand over there?
Dude, it's not. How you gonna be able to tell on camera?
You won't be able to. Look, well, actually, we can tell right now. Look.
Yeah, like.
I'm the fucking shortest. I am.
Yeah.
And you're just a little taller. And you're.
KV is actually.
What'd you say? 5'6" or 5'7"?
KV's got a bigger head than me.
Oh, dude.
That's what it is. Your big head gets you taller. Damn it. Okay, we decided. Apparently, I'm the shortest. I'm pretty fucking bummed about that. But you know what? I feel like length takes away looking ass. Nah, who knows? Who knows? But yeah, apparently.
I think it's these boots that I have on, man.
You motherfucker, Richard. You got. Let me how tall? God, that layer is like this thick.
Yeah, dude. And if I would have taken off my
but you'd
boots,
still be taller.
You think so?
For sure. You'd definitely still be taller than both of us.
It
Just by like, you'd probably just be a little taller than Nex. But look at his boots. Look how thick that is. That layer.
That's pretty good. It's pretty thick.
But he'd still be taller.
Tony Llamas. Get them at Calvinder's.
No, you got that llama neck. dude, Craig KV, dude, I love this motherfucker, dude. Him and man Franco been roasting each other, but I love hearing shit like that, dude. I love that you can take a joke. You're a funny motherfucker, dude. Life's too short to be mad at people talking shit. I like the way you just
say, man, that fucking. Dude, I'm so fucking pumped right now.
Shut your ass up. Those shots are barely hitting. You better calm your ass down now. We're about to end this show. You fucking ass. I always gotta get on. I get on KV.
I know, right? Like KV's like ass is always to the fire. It's fucked up.
We always do that because he's been the young cat. He's been the young cat in the crew, even though he's old enough to buy his own drink. We've always been.
Hey, you remember that cop coming over here? He said, "You got something in your pocket?" And I was like, yeah, some Black Miles, and I was only like 16 years old.
Whatever, you were scared. You were like, I have Black Miles, Joe. What do I do? You were gonna throw him away. You lie. You said it like I was like gonna punk the cop. Like, yeah, bitch, I got Black Miles.
Because they thought we the.
Yeah, I'm a fucking next time Richie comes around, probably like, dude, I got a similar story, but I'm gonna save it. Basically, we were smoking some. Dude, we were fucking getting like baked as shit. We're boxing. We were hot boxing Richie's van one day on my homeboy's neighborhood, and it's a decent little neighborhood. And it was like late. It was past 12. And long story short, motherfucker creeps next to us. Like a cop straight up creeps in next to us. I don't know why. I don't know where it came from, or he or whatever. And it was on an uphill. It was an incline, a very deep incline too.
Parts.
And
and
we're like this, yeah, like. Let me visualize it for you guys. Like there's an arch. So this is the car, and then
Did you guys have the brake on?
The cop right here. Hold on. Where is it at? I'm like really fucking. All right, here we go. So the bottom, this right here is my car, and then this is the cop, and then it just goes on that uphill. Oh shit! There we go.
It
that
just
way.
passed.
Yeah, it passed us. It basically crept hard, and then I'm not gonna spoil the ending. The ending is funny, so I'm gonna wait till Richie, that's what I call him.
Oh shit!
Like comes around because it's a funny as he was there, and he didn't even know what I did until like I told him.
What are you guys doing this weekend? Let's make this shit an official show. Let's have like a whole fucking crew of people in here. That'd be insane.
Hell
It's a
yeah,
lot
dude.
though. What,
It would be a
let
lot.
me know.
If it's not too crowded, I'll invite you over. How about that? But if I did you know the guy who did this song? This was like his one hit, but he died.
Wow.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. Who is it?
OMC or some shit. OMC with Bizarre.
I thought this was
How bizarre? How
I thought
bizarre?
this was I just wanna fly.
Oh, Sugar Ray.
That's Sugar Ray. No, this is
That's Sugar
OMC
Ray.
Bizarre.
You're right.
This is
How
How Bizarre.
Bizarre.
How Bizarre. That's that one. It was a hit. It just sounds so fucking festive. You can't help but just feel good when you hear it.
Just like
So
any old.
hey, so what? I think we got him hyped enough. I give you enough, Drake, motherfucker. You get
Dude,
wasted enough.
hell yeah, dude.
Let's throw a couple beats at him, and I'll play a round or two or some shit. I want to get you guys when you guys are still hyped, because I don't want to ask you guys when you guys are like, nah, fuck, I'm tired. I want to get you guys motherfucking live.
We're gonna go through that same beat set. I don't even need to finish it because KV walked in the middle of it. So we're gonna do my we're gonna go through the four piece gauntlet.
And you know what? This time we're gonna have a vocalist going through it, and you're gonna vocalize your way through it. How live do you feel on a scale of 1 to 10?
I feel fucking live.
He feels a 4.
If I threw a beat at you, would you fucking just eat it, or would you try to like get scared?
No, I would.
Do you have something in mind you'd say? If I told you acapella, could you acapella something right now?
Yeah,
That's difficult though, man.
It is, but
yeah,
a beat would be simpler. I'm saying if you had something in mind that we're already ready to recite, like
No, but we have the beats
That's
here,
the fun part.
and
like,
we're ready,
alright,
and
yo,
we'll
have
see if
something
he
in
can
mind.
do these.
Fuck that motherfucking job on my motherfucking. I don't know. I'm just bullshit.
Nah, but for real though,
I suck. But go on.
I'm feeling kind of like lit right now, dude. I'm fucking
Lit's such a
like-
the word "lit's" such a hipster word, but that's what I use. It's almost like just everyone knows that word. Oh, you lit? I'm lit. Oh, we're lit like a flame. There's no fire involved, but I'm lit. Actually, there's been a couple fires. I wasn't part of it, but I had a fire in front of me.
No,
Nex
but-
looks sick of this fucking song. He looks like he's about to throw up or something.
No, I thought of fires, and I was like, I the whole time. Besides, I got what you were saying, but I really thought of the California fires. I thought of the California fires. And I was like, wait, you talking about fucking California? Because that shit is devastating.
No!
Oh, he's got a no button.
Just in case someone asks him something too many times, I can just be like, man,
No!
easy. Anyways, should we jump into a quick song and prepare ourselves?
Dude, I'm down.
Are you guys ready
Already.
right now?
We're going right into it.
You want a tissue? Get that booger out, brother. I know that feeling. It's not comfortable, especially when you smoke. You notice how unclear your nose is when you smoke.
Yeah,
Because after I smoke, I'm like, damn, I got a lot of boogers. Let me clear that out. And whenever I do, I have such a good, clear breathing airway, and it's such a spectacular feeling. No, Victor, pick it up with his mouth.
Oh,
That's disgusting.
yeah.
No, it's my boy Crazy. I've seen this motherfucker grow up. Can you believe it? Hey, test your voice a little bit. Let me
Yeah.
keep on testing.
Yeah.
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 Up all night. Test your voice.
Yeah. KV, yeah.
Good.
Yeah. KV. Crazy motherfucking Vic up on the mic, yeah. About to spit that lyric that you like, yeah. About to hit that bitch like that fire, yeah.
We good? It's a good sound level?
Dude, it sounds really good.
All right, we're
All right.
starting again. Same beat. All right, here we go. Up on that.
Hell yeah.
Up all night, everybody. This is This is Next. And this is KV on the vocals, Next on the beats. And I'm going to go ahead and just do some random gaming. And I hope you guys enjoy the whole UpAllNight, folks. Enjoy.
Yeah. KV, motherfucker. Getting you into my mind. KV, motherfucker, on the place to be, motherfucker. You wanna fucking see me on the TV, motherfucker. You wanna hear me on the fucking radio, don't you, motherfucker? While I fuck that pussy up in the bed, while she motherfucking giving me head, I already know what I motherfucking yeah. Let me speak the real let me speak the real let me speak the real let me enough talking. I done steady with that bullshit on the motherfucking track. I come back, spit your heart attack. I come back like this and like that. I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna fucking spin it. Whenever I fucking did it, you already know that I did it. Getting it so insane in the motherfucking membrane. Yeah, don't leave me, girl. I'm alone in this world so cold. Up and I know you, and you know me. So why don't we just be together and we'll see what life can truly bring. If we have our ups and downs, then you can already know what I'm about to do. I'm gonna tell you that my love is true. Yeah. Trying to go. Yeah. I'm the motherfucking KV. Man, motherfuckers don't know it's me. I come straight down like a bumblebee. Jack with the pack, you already know it's me. I come fresh to death, and I'm gonna kick this motherfucking mic to death. If you motherfucking feel this motherfucking real shit bumping out your motherfucking stereo, so hear this. I'm the realist. Yeah, oh no. Yeah, it's leaves them all in the dirt. Yeah. Leaves them all in the dirt. Yeah. Leaves them all in the dirt. Yeah. Feeling kinda tipsy. Feeling kinda alright. Baby, won't you come with me and I can make you for one night if you wanna take that chance. Then come with me to the promised land. Oh baby, I just wanna get you in the spot. If you know what I fucking got. Crazy Vic coming up on you, coming up on me. I see you, baby, won't you come and ride with me? I'm just going crazy in the fucking brain. I just don't even know why these bitches be calling my name. I'm straight up tripping like I'm on the fucking planet. I come straight through and I'ma have it. Grab it like I snapped it. Snatched up with the rapture that I captured. Straight down with the master plan that I had in my mind. Straight up doing no wasting no time. Yeah. 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 People always want to dream. People always want to see. People always want to lie. People always want to die. I can't understand why. I'm just caught up in the lies. People want to keep my name. People want to see my face. If you know it's me, I'm the motherfucking crazy VIC. I come through the motherfucking block. You see me with the motherfucking Glock. And I don't have my Glock in my hand. I have it under my couch like the gingerbread man. Curtains fall. Yeah, that's how. Yeah, I just wanna get you out in your mind. People wanna fucking go up, and I'm gonna fucking let him inside. Yeah.
That's all 4 beats right there.
KV ran through those kind of like, he just kind of randomly ran through them. You were just kind of feeling them. I feel like you were testing the waters at that point.
Hell yeah.
You really were, and I feel like I said, I liked it. I feel like it was a good attempt, but I feel like it wasn't the full KV that I fucking know whenever I hear him. Because
like,
usually you have a story, there's something at your heart that you're singing about, and I feel like this time you're already testing the waters. I'm just kind of feeling it, and I was digging it.
I mean, if that is, I mean, I could do that. I mean, make something. Like,
you know,
if you guys really like want the KV, man, I'll be down. Yeah.
We do want them. Let's hear 'em.
Yeah, do the damn thing right now, do the damn thing, yeah, right now, do the damn thing, right now, do the damn thing, right now, it's the motherfucking crazy Vic, you bitches sucking on my dick. For Slick, for Rick, y'all already know I'm so sick with it with the motherfucking flow. I stay crazy. Up in the motherfucking brain, you can't taste me. Taste me with the fucking truth. I come straight through, motherfucking giving you in the booth. I'm doing everything that I can, but you don't understand that I am going down like Uncle Sam with the can in his mouth. But you don't even know I'm about. But you don't know what I'm about. I'm doing everything like a non-stop, pop rock, pop to your motherfucking Jerry Knox. Out of place, I come straight through and put you in the face if you want to. Come and bring the beef down, baby, won't you come hear the sound? Everybody wants to know the truth. I come speaking in the motherfucking booth. Crazy VIC, you don't even wanna motherfucking see me on the clear TV. Straight up like a real G. Straight up, do you feel me? I'm a motherfucking real G, you already know. I come straight through with the motherfucking flow. Yeah. won't you come on? Feeling so fresh to death when everybody wants to come around. Baby, won't you come and hear the sound as I break it down? Baby, won't you do it like you do every day?
That was awesome. I fucking love that, dude. That was awesome. And I think Nex is over there kind of like putting sounds together. I don't know. I think he's kind of like looking for something.
Dude,
That sounds.
are you doing that on the microphone though?
I am.
Dude, that's.
I'm trying to
badass.
vibe it to what he's, cause just so the sound, the vocals sound like they belong to the sound, cause those sounds are so unique. You can't just throw any vocals. You have to be really, you have to
Like
jump into his setting he's giving you. You have to jump into that and just really feel what he's giving you and just become that. Like, listen to the sounds. Close your eyes and listen to it. Don't even worry about what you're seeing. Worry about what you're hearing and become those sounds. Next looks like he has a couple more. He's not stopping. He's not looking like he's about to stop or anything.
That loop that I mentioned earlier, it's some loop I built that. This is a pretty simple loop. This is more of a raw, like, instead of like some down to earth, this is just like a very flowy view. Let me see, hold on.
Okay.
The one I showed you earlier.
I heard a lot of good stuff, so you're not gonna be disappointed. Just be prepared, because this is the best time to really present somebody. But
so this is just a very classic. You hear it like very. Yo, I'm like the rap aerosol, spray on the wall like what's up that all night. Yo, Nex is back in sight, never gone, man. Hold the grip tight, but never shot the gun, never killed a man, fuck all that. Not trying to run from feds, man, of all that. Big brother all back, all backed up and all with the fat sack. I get caught for bullshit on the ground, nothing to do with this, but tied up in a knot. More than likely bullshit, and now I eavesdrop on conversations with no existence. Persistence with my sound now. Existence is manifest, man. I snort the clouds like cocaine, more like mo. Yo, get myself out of rest, but now I must take a stroll.
Nope.
I must take a stroll, take a breath. I must relax, man, it's been a while. Shouts out to Vivisect, shouts out to all my family, bucking wild. But you know, freestyle, made the beat myself, and now you know I'm going buck wild. Going back up the UAP, AL, double hockey sticks, UAP, A, double hockey sticks, NI, try. And I try. And I try. I might as well manifest another set of bars. I got kids in the back thinking they could produce the next biggest, hottest track, but little do they know that shit'll not last more than 6 months. The next case got the beat, man, I don't front. Got the fucking methodology is mixed up and all fucked up. You're acting like a secret handshake club, like I give a fuck about that shit, no stage fright. I've been flowing since I felt the cushy tight, since the cannabis into my system. I had the shit, man, all relentless with the natural flow. Now you know who the fuck is that? Nexus, like a shadow, man. Never held the gat, hold the pen in my hand like bullshit. You gonna shoot what, man? Nah, you're scared, motherfuck. Most of these cats bark, most of them don't bite, and when they do, what the fuck, man? That's like 50 to 55. Lose your childhood, losing everything in between, cause daddy hit me too hard now. What's in between the scenes? Grow the fuck up. Grow the fuck up. Grow the fuck up. Withdrawn sons of bitch, grow the fuck up. Grow the fuck up. Nexus back in this, and now I'm not drunk enough, cause I'm on the microphone, and now they're acting like it's real tough to spit a flow. But it's been a while since I had this thing inside me grow. Everyone's fucked up, look at Mickey Mouse go with the corporate America flow. But still I'm buying things like iPhones, and still the red and white like Coca-Cola. And every side I see this is different brand, and now I'm thinking different things, trying to hide the mention. Earlier, snort the clouds like cocaine, cause inside I'm deep. Inside I'm deep of X. Inside I'm deep of X. A different shade of purple like the misfits. A different shade of purple like the misfits. The misfits at the back. The misfits at the back of the store. Backpack full of Krylon, and now you know I implore graffiti styles up in the flow with the b-boy mic, and now you know I take control, old school flow, and now you know. We gotta spill it, though, not really. I'm about to spit some shit.
Yeah, that was
I'm gonna try something here. Actually, I've never tried nothing over this beat, but I'm gonna try something proper. Fuck it.
You hear it first, Up All Night.
Yo,
This is Nex in the house.
They're gonna have to sit on this loop a little quick. Here we go. I'm working on some dead time at the usual grind. This payroll got me feeling all kinds of confined, but the choice was still mine. No ballin' state of mind, I've been collecting dimes. The common man will sit and wait for the day he'd leave the mundane jobs, given minimum wage. You got no time to keep the pace within the likes of this crooked place. Arrange your state of mind and think past the delays. Absent fathers in poverty shouldn't always take the blame. Traumatic skeletons inside the closet, cats lost it, replaying every day the same, wishing we could pause it. US of A, slowly left to the grave. Youth is drained lately, lacking any effort to expressing right. Days of gray isolation and insomniac nights, lacking any sign of progress. City loves to fight news, victimize the criminal. Logic's never right, society superstition. Wood and Bible close and tight, Vatican Pardo pedal priest in sight. Progressive journalism paved the way for civil tension. Mention cops and colored folk, you'll be sure to gain attention. Regurgitate your country's past, preach your privilege and position. Crimes are pardoned by the poverty, locking any criticism. Dismiss the crime and make them blind to facts of their detention. Moms with plenty men, I appreciate your ability to cry oppression. The guilty state of mind, a tool you use for suppression. A synthesized lands of loud mouth, leaving no room for expression. Collective, provoking mental self-control. Give grace to great days with every set of essence grows. Chance of truth and soothing loose, suffocate my soul. Recite the flows within my dome. Pikachu, it's 4/4 grooves, mixing up the jazz with fusion 4/4 blues. I try to improvise myself out the corporate noose, not consumed in all the rules. 808 and guitars to swell the grooves. The pen is paving, paving. The pen is paving, paving. The pen is paving, paving. The pen is paving passive days of calm of rest. The violent pressure on my chest is swinging back at life's mess. Drowning in the whirlpool of 9 to 5s in constant stress. Predictable, life's drawn. Hours moving slow, weeks along. Tolerate your angry boss, talking shit, being wrong. Average 20-something-year-old, trying to keep calm. Place your bid high. Place your bid high. Place your bid high. Or you place your bid high, although you're still living in a sitcom. Average 20-something, trying to keep calm. Place your bid high, although you're still living in a sitcom. 20-something, average 20-something, trying to keep calm. Place your bid high, although you're still living in a sitcom.
And you know that shit's wrong. We're up all night. Hey, that shit's tight, yo. These guys are freestyling off the cuff. This is one from Nex, and he just went off. No one told him. This is some of this shit we kind of, all right, let's do this. But dude, Nex is a loose cannon. Like low-key loose cannon, dude. He makes shit he doesn't tell you about, and he'll fucking just explode with some shit. Huge. God damn, that was awesome, dude. That was entirely just you both coming on, dude. Like
that was badass, though. That straight up. That was badass, man.
Yeah, no shit. I feel like I'm in Dreamster right now. Let's put that fucking. Hey, I'm in it too. Hey.
Yeah.
We're feeling so good tonight.
I soothe my minds with earthly gifts and sights of petals in the wind. I'm caught in constant static, drunk off these sad thoughts. Depression is sporadic, isolation automatic. Past infects our consciousness and leaves the present tragic. Presence of my kin would always leave my chin back when any tour I grasped the carried substance of a friend. I battled trading cards all night and never mattered who would win. Breath was clean and never filled with smoke, never questioned what was sin. Some real walks to mountaintops, never thought the days would end. No time to think of money or what made me masculine. Erase the mace from the mind. I'd like some time just to rewind. The brains become exhausted and my body's right behind. It happens every time. I'm working 2 jobs, still no kind of grind. Every week I'm paying fines, living off of dimes. Too many fingers pointing here and there. I've got 2 cents, but whom the fuck really cares? Entitlement to speak only leaves a man impaired. Replace the knowledge for judgment, leave your logic unprepared. This life a game, it got me pulling out my fucking hair. It's got me pulling out my fucking hair.
Yeah. This life is a struggle. Any way you take it, this life is a double. Making some trouble. I do the damn thing on the mic and I try to work my ass off so these bitches won't fight or won't fight me in the dark of daylight. And I try to do this shit just fucking right, but I'ma fucking whoop my ass. I'ma fucking people. I'ma fucking work my ass off. If you don't know me, I'm the Crazy Vic, so I smash off. If anybody talking shit, then I mash off. And these people in the dark try to crash on, but I'm a hip hop Rasta, I come at you, smash you with the plastic, and I'm going at you. Do the damn thing while I'm acting all erratic, classic, coming at you like this and like that. Man, I come through the block where I don't even stand. I'm just trying to feed my whole fam, but this motherfucker don't even know who I am. If I tell him this, if I tell him that, motherfucker, don't you know me? I'ma stab you in the fucking back. If you talking shit to me, I'm the motherfucking Crazy V, can't you see? KV on the mic, busting his ass. I try to do my work, then I'm going in the grass. Mash to the pedal, and I'm gonna see you later if I don't settle. Settle for good or settle for less. I'm doing everything that I thought was the best, but it's not in my clear mind. I just don't even wanna waste no time with these fucking Carolines. Doing everything that I motherfucking can so you can hear what the fucking thing that I fucking bring. If you don't wanna go and I do wanna sing, I get it crazy in this motherfucking rap game. If these motherfuckers don't even act lame, I get this shit poppin', so you already know it ain't no stopping when the Crazy Vic is knocking at your front door, asking who the fuck for. Hi, my name is Crazy Vic. I come straight through the fucking block and work my ass off, so you motherfuckers can pass off. Leave him in the dead soul in a crash sauce. Make you with a mind sauce. People want you.
Boom. You didn't have last word for that. Last call, dude. I've been waiting for last call.
Yo, Vic didn't get to hear this one, but we're gonna do one more beat. He didn't hear the bird song.
This one, oh my god! Let's do. I don't know. I want to hear. I kind of want to hear solo. Let's do a round of drinks, and I might give waters too as well. But let's hear this one. So this one's beautiful. It makes you feel like you're out on a nice summer day, just sitting outside, and you feel like the surround sound of like birds. Like this song is beyond like just awesome to just listen to. Even the intro. Like, how far does the intro go? Does it go to the whole song? Or is it more of just an intro? Because the intro alone just gives you a comfort like no other.
Yeah, it's not too long.
But still, like the...
It's really nice. I'll try. Here we go.
This is another one from Nex. You know what? Feel free to jump in if you...
Definitely. You should. Here we go.
I hear the birds playing outside, and I'm just gonna cruise on the side while I cruise on, while you sip the drink. I'm gonna give you what you'll be for me. I'm just so young and people don't wanna see how I go down. Everybody, every day when I'm broke, every time I just wanna get to know you. I just wanna do it so right. I just sit here by your side as I ride through the way down. All the things you did here, I just want you there by your light. I just wanna do the things that ain't right. I just wanna get you by my side. Show you the things that I really like. Fighting my soul in the same time. Everybody know how I like. Hearing numbers sharing night. Filling my soul up with the sky.
Whoa, Up All Night. How'd you guys like that one? That was entirely improvised. And it sounded really good.
I really felt that.
Did you like that one?
Yeah.
That sounded really good. I agree. And
That's what it is. We're up all night, man.
yeah, that was really
for
good. That was a
watching,
lot of
everyone.
fun. That was a good little improvisation right there he had going. But
Zoom, sing, 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 sing.
Dude, I really love that whole bird, you know. That
Deep,
whole-
deep, yeah, that sounds beautiful. It sounds like you're really just outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I entirely agree with you. That's one. I can't wait till you put that out, and that'll. I'm sure it's eventually going to be out on
a
next
lot
to
of it will
SoundCloud
be.
under York, of course. It's under York. If you guys are ever curious, look up York on SoundCloud, and you'll find all his tapes he put out, every song he's put out so
Dude,
far.
I love that. I love that beat. That fucking beat, man. It spoke to me in my mind, you know. Just like
We heard it. Maybe you could stick around. Maybe we could do something. Cause I'm.
that'll be down. I'll be down.
Wah, 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 wah.
What are you feeling next?
I'm gonna take a break.
You still down to stick around and do a show? It's,
I'll probably eat, man. Head out. Yeah, I'm gonna head out in a little bit.
all right then. You want to do? We can do a quick song. Let's do a quick song.
I'll just go to the bathroom.
Do a quick song. We're gonna take a quick break here. Up all night. Let's do one from. I have all the homies here. Here's one from. All right. Here's one from the homie Rishi. This one's Unstoppable. So you guys know this one. We'll be back here on Up All Night. We'll see you guys in a second.
Not talking pills, more so when the blunt ends. Then it gets some nights get out of hand. Heavy days tripped out in my head. We don't wanna see the end of the night. Rather just go out and see. Find out where all the vibes are right. Then she walked up to me. Now I gotta go, figure out a way, let her know. Something about a song makes me feel better off. But I lose my voice and start to cough, slipping on my words, and I got sweaty palms. Told her I'm gone, then we started to talk. I told her I like her under the moon. I asked her if she liked me too. She looked at me and she said, yeah. Damn, baby, how it feels now. Like we knew things would come around. Asked me if I hold it down. I say, yeah. Gwen Stefani, that's no doubt. Rolling blunts is too loud. Who gives a fuck about what we do? Rolling away, the sun's in the sky. It's a good day and the clouds are nice. The weather's just right. 40s of that high life. I can't seem to dream big enough. I swear all these late nights will soon start adding up. Added up back when I was pulling up my socks, walking through the parking lot like this campus is all I got. Library's dead inside like my mind, but I put the pencil to the grind, sharpen the line. I'm taking my time to text her back. Truth is, my ego's whack, and honestly, I just wanna see you. I asked her if she wanna see me too. She said yeah. Then she had me hypnotized, could barely stand. She looked in my eyes, asked she went chill and pass the time. She said yeah. Mind's connection recognized, feels like we met in another life. Gives a fuck about what we do. Pull up to her folks' place. She's just here for the holiday. I guess that's what you all say. But hey, baby, I'm going the wrong way. On a one-way lane to where the heart stays. Pause to read, it's a simple message as to where the gift is. Right in your mirror's reflection. She says, stop talking that nonsense. You be talking too much. I'm just being honest about my conscience. As she's rolling one up, she rolled it okay as the stars lit up. Started smoking anyway. Asked her she wanna spark it up, and she said yeah. High on life as we peel out, and we let the windows down. Asked if I wanna go to her house, I say yeah. Asked her if she wanna see split room, see galaxy. She just turned and looked at me. She said yeah.
Hey, that was Rishi with Unstoppable. This has been Up All Night. It's been an unstoppable show. It's been the longest one yet.
All night.
And it's been KV's been here, and Nex stuck through the whole time. We've had a good conversation. You guys stuck around the whole time. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Enjoyed all the songs. Links below, merch below as well. If you guys like the shirt I was rocking tonight, which I'm not sure if you guys pay attention to that often, but this has been a fun show, and I could probably still stick around and do another one. But I always say I will, but I never do. I'm like, after I cut it off and I eat, and I'm like, I'd just rather just do something else. I'd rather just do something else. But this has been a fun show, man. It's been fun hanging out with the homies here, because we get to hang out, and it's cool to see how my friends interact. And when I interact in a good vibe, I feel like, man, this has just been a good vibe entirely. Just something about coming together and just talking.
Hell yeah.
Like.
Fuck it.
Dude, was that that sounded just like KV.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
That sounded just like KV. How fucking
fucking right. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Dude.
That's been an awesome show though. I'm the homie,
hell yeah.
fucking Nex, hell yeah, he's got your shit down, dude. But Nex is probably gonna go get something to eat. He's got shit to do, but KV's probably gonna stick around. We're probably gonna do some drunk yogi type.
Hell yeah.
We're gonna do some. Who knows? We're probably gonna fucking record some music, something. If not, he probably end up getting out of here. I doubt. You probably stick around. He looks like he's just done. Anyways, it's been a fun show. I want to thank these dudes for coming by. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I was waiting for somebody to come.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Fucking right.
This shit's been fun though, folks. I really don't want to stop recording till you guys get up and leave, because as soon as I stop recording, they're still gonna be here. All right, no, we'll go ahead and stop here.
Hell.
Hell yeah.
The first part
Hell yeah.
How do you do that? That's like a duck noise almost. Look, hell yeah.
It's the mystery of breathe. Like I do it to everybody. It's a stupid troll voice, dude. It just breathe like suck in air.
Hell yeah.
He can't even do the troll. It's almost like a duck hunk.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Oh.
Fucking right. Yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
I just say like halfway, dude. Yeah. Fucking right.
Dude, it's been a fun show though. We gotta do this. We gotta do this again very soon. Very soon. For sure, we're gonna do this
For
again.
the next departure.
Share love, share peace, share cool shit with each other. Quit being dicks. I love you all.
Yeah, YouTube.
I love you all.
yeah.
Hope everyone has a great night, afternoon, morning, whatever time you're finishing this. But I want to thank everyone for listening. This has been Up All Night.
Baby is dying.
It's been Up All Night. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I love you, folks. We'll see you next time. Up All Night. Peace out, folks. Later. Actually, let me see. Let me try to time this right. I can almost time it. Okay. If anything, the Up All Night shows, it's coming to a close end.
Already?
It might be for the season, but I'm trying to get to 100 shows, which I'm at 89, so I have 11 shows to make. That sounds like 11 days consistently before the year's over. Can I do that? That wouldn't be right. No, that wouldn't be right. But anyways,